Hey everybody, we are back again on Shaw TV. This is Marty Richardson, the dog father. Thank you, Amber, for this beautiful cup. We have the second segment of the sled hockey. This one is going to be one you're not going to want to miss. This is our A-level sled. These are some incredible athletes, incredible skill on both sides. And you're going to see national team players out here. You're going to see development players. You're going to see people that have at the very, very highest levels in the world here. And we've got it here for you right now. And I think we're just a couple minutes away from the start. In fact, probably less than that. And we're going to, if you tuned into the last one, you saw Brandon Adam kind of talking about kids aspiring to get to these levels. And Brandon Adams is going to be out there right now, and one of his goals is to actually make the U.S. national team. And we have Jerry Duvall out there tonight. We have Ralph D. Quebec, who just came off winning a gold medal for the United States. And we have I think Robin Hill as well, who has a couple gold medals for the United States on the women's side. So this is as good as it gets, and you'll see exactly how amazing these athletes are. So with that, I think they're kind of picking up the pucks out there, and we've got Manny over here putting the finishing touches on his rosters for tonight, and we're going to tell a few stories along the way. There's some really good ones that we'd like to hear about, and we'd like everybody to hear about, and you'll see exactly why we're trying to do this rink, or not exactly why, but one of the main reasons we're trying to do it, get a home for these guys. So with that, we're going to turn this thing around, and we're going to start watching the ice here, and we'll kind of just take it from there. What you're seeing there is the dark team. Ralph D. Quebec, the aforementioned, is on that team. He's going to have a sled with an American flag on it. When you see those types of sleds, they're either U.S. national development players or U.S. national team members. And in Ralph's case, he's a national team member, double amputee, and tremendous athlete. That's Brandon Adam that's closest to us there, number 88 in the camo. He was on our color on the kids game. Jerry Duvall, number 26 in the back. Jerry is also on the camo team. Jerry's the president of the Warrior Abs program, and he's just a miracle worker in the sled hockey and military community, just getting people back on their feet. We've got in goal on the one end Matt Spangs, and I think he's in the dark. And I'm not sure, Manny's going to have to give me some of these names. I'm trying to do most of these just off of the top of my head. I know we got Pierce Grandchamp on the far side over there in the dark. John Reed's over there, I can see from here. And we're just about ready to get started. Jason Shepperley appears to be here too. Jason Shepperley was our main recipient at DAWG Bowl 9 last year.
And Marty, we are underway. Thanks for that intro, and it's good to see tan versus black. I think we're watching maybe tan and black. That sounds like a Guinness. A Guinness here, and the first save of the game is made by Matt Spang. And Matt,
that was Bill Keating who took that. Bill's a Littleton native here, and recently moved to Colorado. He's also double amputee, and Keating is he used to be a U.S. development national team player. He's trying to get back to that level. Works really hard. He's a great player.
And off the face-off, it's controlled by Black there. Black sends it in, but cycling around, there's Jerry Duvall. Duvall sends it off the mid-ice boards. And it's going to be a race for it here. Keating gets back. Keating with Adam on him. And sealing the puck and coming over to the near side, bringing it into the zone is Adam. Brandon Adam, who we had earlier up here, and giving us a little color commentary. He passed it right over to Reed and escaped him. And over on the far side, looking forward is we've got Marquez, I believe. We had two number 11s out there, so let's see if we can get this squared away here in the first couple of minutes of the game. And cycling around is Duvall. He tries to hang on to it, but he gets checked off the puck. And working his way through and sending a pass, chasing it down is Bill Keating. Bill Keating gets to it first, drags it to the front of the cage. And over on that far side, I want to say that is Marquez, but we will see if we cannot get that cleared up. Martinez, excuse me. So we have Martinez, number 7, or number 11. Martinez ties up Reed.
Yeah, that's actually not Martinez. I'm not sure why. That's Ralph D. Quebec.
That is, okay.
Yeah, I think they got some extra jerseys.
They had 2 11s here. So perhaps, at least on the roster?
Yeah, that's, so Landon must be the other 11. I think he's up against the boards over there. Ralph is the one I was mentioning. It's a gold medal winner right there.
Ralph D. Quebec.
Oh.
Okay. But you think he's wearing Martinez's jersey?
Oh, I know he is. I know Ralph. I know that. I know that's Ralph.
Okay, so here we go off the faceoff, and Adam moves it up into the slot, pulling it nicely ahead and regrouping his tan. Adam takes a big long looping, and it unfortunately got hit over on the half boards. Otherwise, Adam was off to the races. And here comes D. Quebec. D. Quebec brings it in, and he just loses it there on the side of the cage and wasn't able to get it up there. Adam spun around, is able to get a pass back, but it's picked off. And here's the shot, and it's an easy goal there as Bill Keaton puts it away. And Black is up 1-0 here at the 11:28 mark of this first period.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we have our replay working quite yet here. I wanted to kind of see what happened on that one.
And we'll get that working on just a few minutes when we get a chance. And it's 1-0. Keating scores it. And we're going to get a little assistance here. And we're back to the live action. Cross ice feed, it gets beyond Keating, and behind him is D. Quebec. Keating back to D. Quebec, and a shot rises just up and over the cage, comes back up the left wing boards, and stepping in there is Carson. Through some heavy traffic, but the puck squirts out to center and back over to the mid-ice boards. Keating sweeps in to pick it up, looks for Jones, and Jones hustling.
Yeah, they're going to throw you off here. That's actually Pierce Grandchamp. So they're giving you a tough job here today. He's wearing Malik Jones's jersey.
All right.
But that's Pierce Grandchamp. You can tell I'm a bit of a aficionado of Colorado sled hockey.
You really are. You know them all, Marty. But Marty, I know your tricks.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do this one.
Here we go. Here comes John Reed. Reed looks for the shot, but a nice hand, and knocked it down was Jerry Duvall. Meanwhile, the puck goes long, and chasing it down was that Squibbs then, number 11?
It is.
Okay, so we're going to go with my sheet and not their names on the back of the jersey. Here comes Squibbs. He tips it aside, and look at how fast Brandon Adam is. Adam is just all over the place, and he's always on it. And in goal, we have tied to Jane. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and so
Maddie Spang's on the other end, kind of creeping out right now.
Is Maddie Spang is there, and then who is in the yellow jersey here without the number?
That is Robin Hill, another gold medal winner, but on the women's side. Okay,
that's in the yellow jersey, so we're getting squared away. Good to have you doing this one with me, Marty. And I had a first name only, David, on this one. David flips it right back, looking for number 29. Give me a little help there if 29 and tan on the far side.
29 and tan.
And if we pick it up, otherwise. And here comes Brandon Adam. Brandon Adam comes in to sweep it up, but couldn't pick it up, and Adam a little frustrated there.
Yeah. Yeah, 29, the one right there. I think that's Eric Tosto. But you got a 27 on that. I'm not sure if that is.
Maybe it is 27. It just looks like 29, at least from here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And the pushing it up ahead, that was Jamin Radar, number 1 for the black squad, and closing in quickly with some speed, and what a check. We talked about it earlier with Brandon Adam about the checking in the game, and I said, I bet you're pretty good at it. He absolutely is. He shows why.
Yeah.
And a loose puck there, and getting to it first is...
That's Quebec. You can
Quebec
see the speed on the world-class players there. Acceleration just incredible.
And puck comes back out to center. And with a bit of a lead, picking it up is Reed. Reed gets knocked off the puck. And sweeping in. Here comes Adam. Adam looks for the shot, and it just misses as it goes up and over on the right-hand side. Back behind the cage, almost a convergence of a couple players. And Tasto takes it. That is 29 instead of 27. Grand Champ moves it out to center, and getting there first is Robin Hill. Robin Hill gets taken off the puck. And an opportunity here with a centering feed, but Keaton can't get it off. And here's the shot, and it glances off the glove. Second opportunity, and the goal is scored by John Reed.
Yeah, Johnny Reed is he's one of the leaders as part of the sled hockey, both on and off of the ice, as he runs the Warriors Avs B program, and is also I believe he's the vice president right now. If not, he might have actually been moved to president.
We're looking at the replay over here, Marty, and sitting on the...
He made a really nice save, Spangy, on the first one, but Reed he read it. He came around the side of the net, and it's a little bit tough for these goalies to go post to post in their sleds than a typical goalie.
Wow, what stick handling by D. Quebec. And back, Perkins sends it back up ice, and Martinez, D. Quebec, on the tan. Let's see this. I'm going to try and get things cleared up. Number 11 there. We had Evan Crow, but it has Martinez.
Yeah, that one might be right. I'm not sure.
And coming back is D. Quebec. D. Quebec weaving through center. Guides a nice pass over to the right wing. Just inside the zone, trying to get there is Corey Myers, but he's canceled out by the ever-present Brandon Adam.
A lot of these guys do other sports, and when I see that name on Corey Myers, he's actually a tremendous golfer.
And we've got a little bit of a breakaway, and Adam getting back, finding it down in the corner, makes a nice little move to control it. And Adam with a flip on that right hand. I didn't ask Brandon if he's left or right-handed.
Yeah,
I guess you could really have to be both here.
You do. The top players are very ambidextrous, and they work on that at home quite a bit by just working with their weaker hand. But once you're proficient with both, when talking to the top players, it's an incredible advantage.
Pass just a little bit behind, and Jamin Radar is able to move it out to center. And trying to bring it right back in, Robin Hill puts it in deep. And getting there first is D. Quebec. Picked back off Martinez, with D. Quebec closing on him. Meanwhile, here comes Adam. Adam takes the shot. He was looking for that short side, tried to go up high. Martinez down low, and Adam will scoop up the puck with Grand Champ closing on him. Pierce Grand Champ peels away and moves over to the other side, and right in front, and the goal is scored.
That's Jerry Duvall.
And Jerry Duvall puts it in.
He just kept working. he saved the first shot and then cleaned up his own mess. It looks like, right?
He was right on the doorstep. He was working in the paint, and you can see it on the replay here. And there's Duval, and all alone was DeJane. Ty DeJane.
Yeah. Didn't get much help on that one. Now you got a really tough one. You've got somebody coming in new without a number.
That's easy. Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. But they're going to put him on the light team.
You think I'm not colorblind, but you know, I have my fair share of troubles. Tasto picks it up and sends it right through to the middle, and a bit of a pile up there, and coming away with the puck on the near side. It's touched up, and looking for it there is Jerry Duval. Duval, who got that goal, picks it up, and with some presence sends it up through the middle past everyone. And now Blue is moving over to the dark squad. Tasto reads the pressure. And a little sauce pass coming back for it. He is number 26, Jerry Duval. Duval with Keating on him. And Duval maintains possession as he moves out of and he fights off the check. And the puck goes a little long. The icing is the call. And it just got past as Jerry was looking for his man just ahead of him.
Yeah, each of these guys have pretty amazing, guys and gals have pretty amazing stories here. The vast majority of the players out here are vets, but not all of them.
I can see that going through there. You look at Jerry Duval, he spent 8 years in the Army. And, you know, we thank all the veterans on the ice and off the ice for your service. Puck goes down into the near side corner and swept up. Adam was looking for it, and he's got it. I couldn't tell. He's got it, and he comes out with some speed. And we were talking about Brandon Adam and how hard he's been working, and really wants to make a name for himself in this sport. Puck comes back over to D. Quebec. D. Quebec sends it back up to Keating. Keating with Robin Hill in front of him. Keating moves it over with some nifty passing. And D. Quebec, that was pretty. 2-0 or 2-1, and D. Quebec gets one from Keating. Keating, that's his second point of the game.
Yeah, both of them made a really nice play there, and great patience by Ralph D. Quebec. Yeah, he just waits him out. And that's a very typical move in sled hockey, from going from one hand to the other. Quite often, to protect the puck, they'll go underneath the sled, and hence why it's really important to be good on both hands.
It is. Talk about the goalies a little bit. I mean, they're at a bit of a disadvantage compared to the other goalies.
Yeah, Matt's new to the goal, and he lives down in Monument. I've shot on him a little bit myself, but amazing, honestly, how good they are. Even because you think your top corners would be easy to hit.
Yes.
And if I got one thing I can do pretty good is hit top corners, and they catch them, almost all of them. But Matt's a tall guy, and so he's able to find those pretty quick. So he's but I think a lot of these guys they got a little bit of a baseball background, things like that. So quite often not a hockey background, and I don't really know much about Ty DeJane. I don't think I've met Ty, so he may be new to the program. As Jerry and folks are really adding a lot of people to this program locally here, which is wonderful, right? I mean,
it is. It is what a great outlet, you know, and we all know the thrill of being on the ice and the feeling of the skates underneath you and sort of that cold air coming in, you know, and it's such a different feeling from so many different sports, other sports, and so I think it's great that these athletes take advantage of it. And there was Adam with the drive. That one got up just about head high. We've started the second period. We have another 15 minutes of run time here, as is the case with all the games at the Dog Bowl. And scaling it off the glass nicely is D. Quebec. And getting back there is Duvall with Adam. Adam, you can just tell he's an athlete.
Yeah.
Adam was a competitive skier and still does a lot of skiing. Look at how he's trying to fake out there. He's trying to work his magic on D. Quebec, and D. Quebec didn't hear of it. But here goes Robin Hill. Robin Hill tries to get it off her stick, but it was tipped into the corner, and Hill recovers. Hill bringing it back down, finds Adam. Adam, a little give and go, and Hill tries to put it in with the left-handed stick. Back behind the cage, D. Quebec. A no-look pass, did you see that? Was looking right, sends it left. And Jerry Duvall comes back with Keating pressing. Where's Duvall going? Is he going up the wall? Keating pressures and takes it. Keating and Duvall collide there, and the puck goes down as it's sent the length of the ice. And no icing, and picking up the puck with some speed, but over skating it. And there's the speedy Adam. Adam comes in, and a good battle. Some chopping wood down there.
Yeah, that's two of the best players on the ice right there, going mano a mano. And
here,
now Ralph working on both ends of the rink, right? Because here he comes the other way.
Duvall trying to catch D. Quebec, and what a nice play. D. Quebec faked one way, had the puck underneath the sled, and almost put it in left-handed there.
Yeah, Matty almost put that in his own net.
Yeah.
Coming on the ice for the Dark team is Pierce Grandchamp. Pierce is an amazing story. He was born with spina bifida, local Colorado kid, and despite that, he was able to take up sled hockey and to the very, very highest levels. Multiple national champion player on the Colorado Avs sled team, and he's as Brandon mentioned to us, typically the smallest player on the ice, and but he doesn't play small at all.
And here he is on the forecheck, and he blocks it with his gloves. And if he could have been able to control that, he would have been all alone. And a long pass. This is going to go for icing. Nope, it's waved off. And Adam hustling down to pick it up, trying to create some something for his line mates. Adam spinning around, pivots. There's Grandchamp right on him. Back over to Martinez. Martinez, it got past him and into the corner. And there's Grandchamp. Grandchamp looks ahead, finds Keating, gets past Keating. Duvall's going to get there first. Jerry Duvall brings it as he is stick checked from behind. Grandchamp comes in and hustling back. Grandchamp gets there and, sensing Adam's pressure, is able to scale it off the glass. And here comes D. Quebec. D. Quebec with Radar. D. Quebec hands it off to Radar, and Radar has a bit of trouble with the puck inside, just below the sled.
Unselfish play by D. Quebec there.
Sure was.
Trying to get his teammates involved.
Well, and it was the right pass.
Yeah.
2-on-0. You got to make that goalie move and think about it.
It's gonna be a one-on-one battle.
Look at Adam eyeing look at that. We talked about it earlier. We talked about kind of that swizzle.
Yeah.
And we saw D. Quebec just do that as he was moving, you know, without his arms pumping. I mean, he was going back and forth.
In case you're wondering, bottom of these sleds have two blades on, It looks like one, but they're two right next to each other, and they're actually just regular hockey skate blades, and they're sharpened just like you and ours are, James.
Now, some of them, are they a little bit wider?
Yeah, the better the player, the closer they want them together.
Right.
And that's all due to the way you can turn. If you see Brandon's, if you see Ralph's, they're literally as close together as they can get. And by doing that, they're able to maneuver. But I tried a sled with them close together, and I couldn't even stand up. I just fell over and over. And so for beginners like you and I, they'll set them very wide. But the problem with that is you can't turn.
Yes.
So
yes.
So it's you can get going pretty fast. Even a beginner can, but unless but at the same time, when you think about that, these guys, their core has to be so strong.
You know, we had with Adam up here. He's got some upper body strength, and that's not my strong suit. And what I'm amazed at is how long they tend to stay on the ice, too. I mean, those are long shifts. Those are not our men's league, 45-second shifts sometimes. And
they're very fit, these guys, the top ones.
You think about this, using your arms to propel yourself versus your legs, which is such a bigger muscle. I mean, it's truly phenomenal, these athletes. And there's Duvall. Duvall's got a breakaway. Let's see if he can get past his man. Duvall's got it. Duvall brings it in and looks for the shot and going down. Double stacking there, Marty. Yeah,
Jerry's not going to be happy on that because I think he just kind of lost control of that, and he slammed his stick on the ice heading to the bench there. That was an upstairs shot right there, and it's going to be a goal. And he did, replay, did get it up a little bit. There was a nice glove save on that one there.
The scoreboard shows 3-1. we have 2-1 on ours. Maybe there was a third goal. We'll try and clear that up. The score keeps downstairs, and I'm looking over at Mike Shaw, and I think Mike's wondering the same thing. He's got 3-1 on his on the scoreboard on the camera. Keating brings it in. Keating looks into the middle, sends a pass through, and Adam comes away with it. Adam, nice little pass. And Robin Hill, let's see if Robin can get there. Keating with some speed.
The viewers may be wondering how they're propelling themselves. Each of those short sticks that they have a spike on the end of them.
What a pass. D. Quebec brings it in, and you can tell he could have easily taken that shot.
He saw that go into the bench, and that's what's wrong with the rinks and what we're trying to fix. Yeah. Right there. It's a real example. That should not have been a pass to his own player.
Right.
Which is, it kind of wrecks the integrity of the game right there, and it's also dangerous. We haven't seen it happen too much, but I've seen times when I've volunteered for these guys where people go into the bench just full blast, and the person standing on the bench isn't really ready for that impact, and it can be definitely dangerous. But at the same time, what we just saw there, a pass that should not be a scoring opportunity becomes one. Oh, that was a nice look.
And we've got a bit of a break in the action here.
Yeah. For me, my biggest surprise is Brandon hasn't got a goal yet.
It's not for a lack of trying. I'll tell you what. He
has been all over the ice. He's had multiple golden opportunities. My prediction is he's still going to tally a couple.
Well, we don't know if he's down 2-1 or 3-1.
Yes, that's true.
And there's Adam right now, delivers it back up high, and the shot ends up wide. And Ralph D. Quebec feathers one through. Here comes Keating. Keating all alone. Adam trying to get back. And Keating just puts Matt Spang to sleep with that. I think Spang thought it was going to come to the other side. And he shakes his head, and let's see. Now it's 4-1 or 3-1. I think I'm the one that's off.
Yeah, that was a nice move. That's your most common move you see in sled hockey on the deke. It's switched from one hand to the other. Pretty hard to stop.
So on that one, Keating scored and getting back and dragging it around. Here's a wraparound opportunity and a beautiful play. And now Adam with a break. Adam's going to take advantage of that. He's got Keating in front of him, and he waits for a little bit of help. He's got Jerry Duvall coming in. Here comes Jerry. Jerry looking for it, and Jerry lifts it top shelf. And Duvall scores with Adam getting the assist. And for Duvall, that is his second of the game.
Yeah, those type of shots are basically impossible to stop in a sled. That looked like it was pretty close to bar down, and it was hard upstairs. And with the way a sled goalie has to play, it's like a perfect shot right there.
You know, we talked about it earlier about the kids in the sleds using the same size and weight of puck, a standard puck. And you bring up a great point. You know, it's harder for them to cover that much of the net.
Yeah.
And, you know, and yet they're playing with the same size equipment as anybody else as far as the net is concerned. So it makes it that much harder. And Robin Hill coming into the mid-ice boards. And now stepping on, there's John Reed. Ralph D. Quebec back behind the cage. Passes it up, and a scramble there. Back over to the far side. And with a little bit of time, is that Squibbs there?
Yeah, I think so. I think that might have been Lucas, but he was struggling. We got a penalty going now or something.
Or it's a delayed offsides, I think it is.
Yeah, delayed offsides.
Robin Hill gains some speed.
Oh, that's a nice move.
Another one. Yeah. There's two. And the puck is flipped in back behind, and Keating's there. Robin Hill cross ice dump in, and just the you can see what a great skater Ralph D. Quebec is, and he just gets on his edges, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. You can tell the strength of his core because how he just swivels, as you said.
Yeah, he's moving effortlessly. Excuse me. And he covers a lot of ground, you know. And you almost have to. I mean, now you watch, you know, these guys, they play a 200-foot game.
There's a problem right there.
Yes.
That's a breakaway, but these people are in the way. And not on their fault.
Nope.
We got to fix that.
Here goes Robin Hill. Robin Hill brings it in and takes a left-handed shot that just misses, but getting back quickly is number 5. It's Travis Perkins. Perkins pokes it right there, and here's Adam. Adam scores, making it 4-3 with 18 seconds.
Yeah, just inside the post. We got a barn burner here as Brandon. There you go. I got one. I told you he was going to get 2, right?
You did. You owe one more.
Yeah, You got a whole period for Brandon to make me look like Nostradamus.
Well, he does have an assist. He does have 2 points tonight.
So, a couple things back to the dog ball. Dog ball 10. Incredible success. I don't know where there's any failings at this point. I keep pinching myself, right? I mean,
talk just about in between the break. We had a couple of presentations.
Yeah, we just had 2 presentations, 3 today in total. But the last 2 we do what's called the pass the hat envelope challenge, and it's really how Dog Nation started, passing a hat.
Yep.
And it was my hat. So and so we kind of do the proverbial pass the hat in an envelope, and each team is challenged to do what they can to help a couple of, and usually it's one recipient. Last year was Jason Shepperly, who was a sled hockey player, and this year it was Dave Carr and Tony Kaza, and both of them almost exact stories. Like, it was kind of weird.
Yes.
You were out there listening to that, right?
I was out there, yes.
Yeah, 2 days apart, both of them were in horrific auto accidents, and similar type injuries. They're both, I mean, it was weird. Both, one engaged, one a newlywed, both having new houses. I mean, it was quite odd, but we were able to give away 2 checks today to those 2 families and get them back on their feet. And the checks combined totaled $120,000.
I
Can you
saw
imagine?
the $50,000 and the $70,000 was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. And starting, I mean, it's a life changer, and it's a non-taxable because it's coming from a donation like that. So for them, it puts them back on their feet, and they can worry about, being newlyweds again.
Yes, and their new house.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Adam has it taken off of his stick, but Robin Hill is there to recover the puck, and Robin looks to pass it across ice. She's got Adam in the middle. Adam looking back for Jerry Duvall. Duvall comes in and snakes the puck away from Keating.
Oh,
Duvall
nice.
makes one miss. Here comes Jerry Duvall. Duvall looking for the backhander. What a glove save. A huge glove save. Or was it behind? Is it in the mitt?
I'm not sure.
I think it scored.
Well, I watched this again on the replay. I think Brandon comes in and pokes it in. It's sitting behind him, and DeJane doesn't know where it is. Watch Brandon come in from the outside, and cleans up cleans it up. So Brandon has 2 goals, and did Nostradamus call that?
You did. That is now it's 4-3.
Yeah, I'm confused on the score.
No, it's not. It's not. It's 4-4 right now.
And they just haven't put the score up on there, so we're going to call that 4.
It's 4-4. And you know what? It possibly is 4-3.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah. Could be, but it would be the other way around, because we know Jerry Duvall has 2 goals.
Yeah.
We know Brandon Adam has 2 goals, so we know the away team has 4.
Yeah. We thought we were. I thought I was keeping track, but Marty, I relayed the story earlier that I bet off on scores before, and
well, I know these
do.
guys have 4, so we're going to call it 4-4 on our side, and that's what the Shaw broadcast team has on their board too. So
yes,
we're going with the official score here.
I'm going with Shaw more than I'm going with you, Marty.
That is a smart move, my friend. How's your voice holding up? Because mine's not.
You've had more. You have had just as many calls as I have. I mean,
the locker room talks are what kill me, because I got to talk a lot louder than on here.
Yes. You know what? I get used to it, and it's part of the. I think it's part of being a hockey announcer is having a little bit of gravelly voice. You got to have it.
Yeah. Jamie thinks it's pretty sexy too, right?
Especially late in the game, you gotta give it that little extra ump. So it's going to be good. We have 2 semifinals coming up after this, and there's a pass right through the middle. Duvall picks it up, here in this third period with 9 minutes remaining in a squared up game.
We're gonna have a guest after this. It's gonna be Jerry Duvall. Brandon was on already, looking like he could be player of the game, but we're gonna go ahead and talk to Jerry, the president of Warrior F Sled Hockey.
And speaking of, here comes Adam. Adams brings it in, and Adam roofs it. Oh, did he wire that?
Yes.
He just absolutely sent that. There was no chance.
Wow.
No chance. Andy had some pressure on him. He was forced wide, and what an angle that he took. Let's look at that rebound.
Third period hat trick.
Wow. That was pretty.
Yeah, it was.
That was a beautiful goal to be able to put that up top shelf like that. Now you saw right there. We'll see if D. Quebec is willing to shoot a little bit more. And there was a big check there. Yeah. Keating's trying to pick up that puck as D. Quebec is circling. And that's going to go for an ice.
Yeah, Jerry Duvall's known for the big hits, and that's kind of his game. And he's hoping to be able to pull off. He'd be a little bit older than the norm, but he's working hard to be a national team player himself. I know that's his personal goal. I wouldn't put it against him because he's as hard worker as they get, but he sees himself as a role player, just like you see role players in regular hockey, as almost a third line checking center or something. And that's what Jerry loves, the big hit. And we saw one right there, and that's the first really big one we've got lined up on tonight.
Talk a little bit about that national team and Colorado players that have played in it, and I'll pick up the action here as D. Quebec fakes out one, delivers a pass right over to the side, and we're tied up at 5. 5 aside.
That was a really nice play by Ralph, setting up. I think it was number 30. I'm not sure who that one is. It's,
number 30 was Corey Myers.
Oh, Corey. That's Corey. Wow. Okay. That was a nice cleanup. Yeah, national team is on the Paralympic side. It is very, very heavy military, more than any other sport. Mm-hmm. I think right now the national team, USA Hockey, had a cover photo. I have it in my office of, and Ralph's on that. It's the national team players that are also on the U.S. Paralympic team, and I believe there's 9. 9 of them are vets, and they only carry about 20 players, so it's a huge percentage of them are vets.
And there we saw Ralph D. Quebec, and look at him hoist that puck so effortlessly down into the far end. And with 6:53 to go, Adam is back on the ice. He got a brief break there after scoring that goal. And a check is Adam, and getting back on sides is Tasto. Robin Hill holding it there nicely, maintains possession and is able to dump it in.
So that's a really big skill right there with just what Robin did. Just holding that under her stick. It's hard to steal it that way, and she did a really, really nice job of holding possession.
There's Adam again. He disrupts things, and coming in is Reed, looking for Adam again in front of the cage. And a quick little pass up to the near side and comes back to center, and getting it is Travis Perkins. Travis was an Air Force veteran.
He was. He's a Canadian, actually. He's the only Canadian on this team. And he's works. I didn't even know they had these, but I guess I should have known. Military has firefighting.
Yes.
And He's a captain, and I think it's at the Air Force Academy of their fire department.
Well, you know what? It's interesting that you don't think about that, but they have MPs, don't they? And here comes Brandon Adam. You could just sense it where Ralph wasn't going to give him anything. He was going to say, hey, we're... Now, do you think they realize that we think it's a tie game?
I don't know.
Nice interception.
Kind of scanning it there, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. And nice lead pass as Duvall.
Oh, there's a big hit.
As Duvall went in. And D. Quebec was right there.
Yeah, I saw that. Saw Ralph kind of chuckling a little bit after that one.
Yeah.
Those are two of the big boys on this, and they like that stuff.
Yeah. Well, we talked to Adam about the checking nature of it, and he brought up a great point. You know, he said the checks many times into the boards, you know, they're harder because they're into the bottom of the boards where it doesn't give.
That is, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I must have missed that with Brandon, but that's true. Another player that used to play in this organization has moved to Nashville. His name is Josh Hargis, and if you get a chance out there, listeners and viewers, Google Josh Hargis. Amazing human being. They have a thing called he's part of something really famous salute that he had, and they call it the salute heard around the world, and I'll just leave it at that. Take a chance, and if you get
spell that name for our viewers.
It's Hargis, and he's a national team player. I still talk to Josh regularly, and used to train with him when he was here in Colorado, and Josh is actually coming out here to Colorado, and we wished Karen Kukral a happy birthday yesterday, and Josh is going to be hunting with me on the Kukral Ranch.
Wow.
On First Rifle, and he's a double amputee, and he can't wait. He's been telling me, Cap, we're gonna have a good time, and we really are. And it's the first time he's gonna be on that ranch, and he said he can't wait. But without COVID, he'd probably be here right now.
Yeah.
And but he is for sure coming out in October for that one.
We've got 3:14 remaining, and as far as I'm concerned, are we tied up? You know what? They've actually, look at this. They've got the score almost the opposite. So maybe that's what they were thinking at this point. Here we go, and right in front, looking for it, and he's going to make it look easy, and that's D. Quebec.
No, they called the goal off.
They waved it off. What was the call?
Yeah, I don't know. I believe that's Mark Golden down there, and Mark Golden's been fantastic for us. He organized all the referees this weekend.
Wow.
For us, and Mark's a real special guy. He referees a lot of the men's leagues games that I play in here at the Edge, and become a good friend. He's also a Dog Nation recipient.
He does look familiar. Yes.
So
I think he's thrown me out.
Probably.
But Marty, I've mellowed a little bit in the past couple of years here. You know,
I have never seen that side of you, the mellow side.
Racing down, here comes Adam. Adam with D. Quebec on him. D. Quebec with both sticks out, looking to block it, ties him up, but Adam's able to get a stick on it and push it out front. And with 2:35 remaining, coming out of the net is Matt Sprang. Sprang pops it there, and there's Jerry Duvall. Jerry Duvall moves, and Keating's in front. The puck comes off, but Adam picks it up, and it's one-on-one with two of the top players, and what a snag. Tied to Jane, makes that look like a shortstop.
Yeah, he
moving
did.
from left to right and having to stretch back.
That was quite impressive.
Yeah, it sure is. So, Marty, you look at the stick that the goalie's using.
Yeah.
Is it a bit different? Or
Yeah, they have to really modify those. They don't really make them. So they put spikes on them. They're different angles. Each goalie's it's his own flavor on that one. It's totally different than what we're used to. And it's kind of interesting to watch them.
And let's see what the call is. There's a bit of commotion out there.
Yeah.
And maybe they didn't let him do a line change. Keating is chasing. Perkins gets there first and casually sends it back over to Adam. As he avoids the pressure, Adam tries to drag it in. He's got to get back on sides now. DAWG sends it to Adam, and Adam looking for some room, but Keating steals it at center ice. Keating, lead pass over to Myers. Corey Myers gets tied up. And a nifty little pass there, and the puck comes back in, and Adam is going to hustle back. You saw the size of his biceps. He was a good size guy. Yeah,
that's really common, and these guys are lats too, because they're the motion they're doing there, and they actually will do different types of exercises at home, and that kind of trade secrets on what they're doing to kind of build that motion up, basically. As Adam shared, Brandon shared with us, is it really can be rough on your shoulders.
Oh.
And I'm looking at that. My shoulders are sore just watching.
Well, next Wednesday I have a rotator cuff surgery scheduled. So,
oh my goodness.
So I don't think I could do this at all. I think I'd be quite a liability on any team. Meanwhile, John Reed with the puck sends it back over, and it bounces, and Adam's got 41 seconds remaining. Let's see what Adam can do. He's got to retreat. He's got to be out of gas, but let's see if he's got one more, as he's got Keating closing in on him. And Adam looking to make two avoid, and he beats that Squibbs, and here comes Adam, sends it up ice with 23 seconds remaining. It's DeQuebec, and DeQuebec goes in and out, and with that nifty little move, gives it away. Here is DAWG. DAWG with an opportunity, and coming in with 11 seconds remaining is Adam. Adam makes a quick little turn, sends it right up through into the crease, but it got rejected back over to the wall, and with 1 second, and Adam takes the shot, and there's the buzzer signaling the end of the game.
And what do we have this thing? We have it 5-4.
We actually have it
5-5, don't we?
We actually have it 5-4 in favor of Tan.
So I guess we'll go. I don't know if it matters, I guess, at the end of the day.
I don't know if it does. It was entertaining, and it is very inspiring.
Yeah. So why don't we? If I'm going to try and go get Jerry, and you can keep going here, or we can take a short break.
I'll take a short break,
okay.
And we're going to grab Jerry DAWG, and we'll be right back. So stay with us.
This is like full-on stuff we'll be able to use again. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, now you should hear me really good.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Can you hear me good?
Yep. I'm losing my voice right on the end of this thing.
What'd you think?
This one.
Did you like that game?
I loved it.
It was fun, right?
Loved it. You're gonna love my commentating.
Yeah. Did you like that hit with Ralph?
Yeah, I commented on it. You can tell us guys are laughing. We ready? Oh, we're on. We're on already. Hey.
Oh,
hey. This is Marty, and I'm with Jerry Duvall.
Hey, how you doing?
And Jerry Duvall, not only a good friend, but also the president of. Is it still the Warrior Avs, or are you now president of Colorado Sled Hockey?
We're kind of working them details out, but yeah, looking to be the president of Colorado Sled Hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Oh, it's always great, you know.
Yeah. So tell me about how that game. What'd you think of it?
Man, that was a fun game. You know, great hits, awesome scores. You know,
Yeah.
good goalkeeping. All the way around is just a fun competition, you know.
So we're not sure on our end. We think you guys won 5-4.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about on the way up. You know,
Okay. Yeah. So we had it. We had Brandon with 3 and you with 2.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know they got 5. And
Yeah. Well, they called the one off that Ralph made down there
Yeah.
because I don't know if they blew the
No,
whistle dead.
But I'm saying your team had 5.
Oh,
You
yeah.
Brandon had 3 and you had 2, and they had you as 4, and I'm like, nah, I think that's wrong. But Shaw Productions here, they had it right. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys won that game. So
Awesome.
great job in there, and I know we didn't have fans this year, at least in the
Right.
stands, and we normally fill this place up for you guys.
Yeah.
at dodgeball. And but thanks to Shaw TV, there was hundreds of people watching you guys just now.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great publicity for the sport. You know, I think it's it's the number one growing disabled sport out there, and it's just because of the brotherhood, the sisterhood that you find in the sport. You know, you don't find it in any other sport out there. You know, like you do in the hockey community. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Brandon had said to me earlier when we were doing the play-by-play on the kids game that a big with what our project we're trying to do, we're trying to break down that stigma of disabled and able-bodied, and we're just athletes.
Right. Inclusion.
Yeah.
We're trying to include everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to get to. You know, because hockey saved my life. You know, it saves a lot of people every day. I was battling drug addiction. You know, I was on 28 pills a day. I've tried suicide a couple times. You know, but yeah, when I finally found the sport of sled hockey, you know, it was a game changer because of the community that it has, the family. It's just like being in the military, you know, like when you're going down range to Iraq or Afghanistan, you're training for one goal, you know, bring all your guys back, but win what you're trying to do, accomplish that mission. And in hockey, sled hockey, blind hockey, any form of hockey, we're doing that same exact thing.
Old man hockey.
Yeah, all hockey, man, you know.
Yeah.
The girls, the women's is growing, you know, really fun to watch. Sled, trying to bring
kids too.
Kids too. Yeah, you know, it's great to have, you know, the inclusion that we have.
So tell us, I mean, you and I already know this, but the world might not. Tell us what Dog Nation means to you guys.
Man, you know, honestly, without Dog Nation, I honestly don't know if we would be able to continue our mission every single day like we do, you know. The way, you know, the connections that we have made, not only through hockey, but, you know, Dog Nation has helped us along the way of, you know, getting the pros to come and help us and talk to us and, you know, give us some inspiration on a daily basis or anytime we see them, you know, like now coming in the rink, you know, you see all these different athletes, Jan Hayda, Milan Hayduk, John Mitchell, you know, all these guys are here and they're like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You know, and it's not.
They're just part of you guys now.
Yeah.
It's
like
just
family.
Natural. Yeah. I mean, how many times have you been in the suite with those guys now?
Yeah, right. Too many.
Yeah, it's like
can't even count.
It's not even surprising anymore, right?
Yeah, right.
It's like,
Not at all. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Yanni?
Yeah.
We're only going to be able to do this with all of us together.
Right.
And you're really the leader of the pack on that, and you got a big job. And but you've taken it on, and I want to thank you for taking that role on.
Oh, yeah.
Introducing me to the right people, and watch out there, and I see friend after friend after friend, and it's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Same with you, Marty. You know, you and Dog Nation have done so much for the Warrior Avs. You know, whether it's check presentation, to help us continue our season. Last year was to go to Disabled Fest. You guys helped us out with the big check, to get us our plane tickets out there. And, that was huge because we went out and finished. We finished second in the nation.
Yeah.
It's not the goal, you're just trying to bring home that championship. But, at the end of the day, what we did is we fought our hearts out,
Yeah.
I mean, we gave everything we had, and we went into that that championship match, we lost it 2-1, and I mean, it was a good game, but
yeah, and I mean, I know that's your ultimate goal, but a lot of our combined ultimate goal is this right here, and we were able to do that with even last year, a really big one that truly, when you say saves lives, Jason Shepperly will tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is one of the toughest guys I've ever met, and wouldn't tell anybody any of his problems. Never, he'd give his shirt off his back, just hats off, one of the best guys ever, and he went through his little hardship, but, DAWG Nation was there to help him and make sure he didn't fall all the way, he went through his downs, but, DAWG Nation was there to make sure that he was able to get back up on his feet and get him to where he has to be, to where at the end of the day, what hockey really means is making sure this person continue his life, the way he needs to. And sometimes,
everybody needs a boost, right?
Yeah, everyone needs a boost in life, Sometimes we all find out that where we're down that bad road, and we don't know how to get out of that funk or get out of that situation, And that's where organizations like DAWG Nation have come in and, they've helped me. I was in a tough time too, my disability had been cut, they thought because I lost my legs that the problems went away with everything else, and it's not the case, so and DAWG Nation was there to help me, make sure I didn't fall, and and I, like I said, thank DAWG Nation all the way, It's not just been me, Shepperly, it's been so many veterans that you guys have helped. Not only veterans, I know you guys have helped the youth, like Malik. You guys helped Malik get to some tournaments, a couple years back, and
we're
that's
not
the
done.
thing.
Pierce Grand Champ,
all his stuff got stolen out of his truck, and DAWG Nation was there to help out, So I mean, it's just endless people that we help.
But it's really bigger than that. It's the relationships we create, which next ones and next ones and next ones, and as you and I say quite often, we're going to change the world together.
Yeah, it's like honestly, it's like it's not even a friendship anymore. We're like family now, and that's honestly what it's like. It's like we talk pretty much at least once a week, if not more, and that's a family. That's like what family does. It's not even the whole team aspect. It turns into more of the family, and that's what I like about the whole hockey community. And like I said, when I got out of the military, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was lost, lost, and then I lost my legs 6 months after I got back from Iraq and Afghanistan, and all this crazy stuff happens. I lose my legs, some crazy work accident, and fight for my life for a couple hours. But why now I'm starting to see a little bit of the picture, but it's for this hockey stuff, It really gave me the light to help other people out,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
thankful.
Very good. Well, great to have
Marty.
you tonight.
Hey,
We're going to
thanks,
have
man.
the top dogs coming out. Hey, Duke, you got to watch Hey Duke and Hey and all those guys.
Yeah, right.
So hop in the chair. Maybe let's go say hi to them.
All right, Marty.
quick,
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Let's head on down there. Thanks. We'll be right back.
Thanks, DAWG Nation. See y'all.
So thank you, Scott, for being our sled sponsor. I know that sled hockey is near and dear to DAWG Nation. We're working on building hockey's heart right now. We're trying to say, these athletes need a purpose-built facility for them that is going to create a home for not only sled hockey guys, blind hockey, folks with cognitive disabilities, where all of these athletes can come together underneath one arena and call home. And so thank you for sharing that passion with us around sled hockey. And we have 3 sled hockey games as part of the Dog Bowl. We have our B-level game on Friday night at 8:15 p.m. And that's captained by John Reed, a veteran. He's vice president of the Warrior Avs. We have a kids sled hockey game on Saturday at 3:25 p.m. and they're gonna that's put together by a gentleman named Larry Stober. And our A-level game is going to be Saturday at 6:05, which is, we have some really good Paralympic players out there. One gold medalist, Ralph D. Quebec. We have U.S. development team player, and Rob Easley, and Jerry Duvall is president of the Warrior Avs. So some great sled hockey. I don't know. Have you ever watched those guys compete with each other?
Last year at the Dog Bowl, I had an opportunity to go downstairs and meet some of those guys before and after they played, and they're awesome. Just the passion they have for it and what the game means to them. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's a privilege to be able to do it.
Absolutely. And I know, listening to some of those guys, I mean, it's freedom, right? A lot of them are double amputee guys. They have to persevere and overcome a lot of hurdles to even get to the ice. But once they're out there, man, it's freedom. They're flying around and playing hockey, right?
See those guys' shoulders?
Yeah. Oh man. And they're just checking each other, and they just get after each other. So some incredible hockey. And so tell us a little bit more in terms of who you are in Moto Spa.
Okay. Well, first of all, for the sled hockey guys, it's no different from being a really old guy playing hockey.
Right.
You get to be a kid again. For a little
Exactly.
while.
You get to be a kid again.
Moto Spa. We are a car wash in Castle Rock. We've been there for about 15 years. And when we started doing our charitable giving, we found out about Dog Nation, and we just wanted to be a part of it, keeping it in the community.
Yeah. So where are you at in Castle Rock?
Founders Parkway.
Okay.
1 mile east of I-25.
And what kind of services do you guys do in terms of, it's not just a car wash, you got a big facility down there.
We do all the services.
Right.
We do car washing, detail, change your oil, minor repairs.
Yeah, okay. And it's, I know that there's no job too dirty for you from personal experience.
We've had some pretty dirty ones. We've had some ones that we would like to turn away if the opportunity presented itself
Right.
next time, but not yours.
Not mine.
Yours
Thank
wasn't
you.
that bad.
So you and I both have boys that graduated from high school here, and we were just talking how they are the best project of our lives. They're just incredible young men, but also make some interesting decisions sometimes. So I know that my son, who you coached in hockey, came home one night with the car and probably the shape that you would probably say no thanks. And that was after I had all those knuckleheads go out and clean it up. So you said, hey, bring it down to me, and you gave him the nice I used to be your coach discount to make it possible for him to get that thing cleaned up. And that thing came back. It's never looked as good, and since we've owned it. So.
Well, thank you very
yeah.
much. Hey, let's look no further than what you just told us a few minutes ago. Mike and a bunch of old dudes beat the Chatfield football players at a game of football last
After
night.
the graduation party,
It wasn't because they were so smart.
Yeah. They're faster than us. They're stronger. They're everything. But we outsmarted them. Knuckleheads. Yeah. So that was a good victory. We ran one of the moms. We put one of the moms over the top to win the game. So they couldn't stop her.
I thought you ran the wedge with all the moms.
We did.
You wouldn't.
We honestly did. That was the last play of the game. We ran the wedge, put the big boys up front. They crushed those high school kids back into the end zone, and the mom took it over the end zone. So
there you go.
It was great stuff. So again, want to just thank you for being the sled hockey sponsor. I know you have a couple more connections. Tell us about your connection with Andy Geary, because I know Andy is an ambassador of Dog Nation and was on the original dog team. And actually there's a reunion team called JK21. It's their 10 years since they lost Jack Kelly, who was on that original team. So you had Jack Kelly, who died of an autoimmune disease, and then you had 3 guys on that team that all came down with cancer in a 10-day period, including one that is your friend and neighbor.
Yep, my friend Andy, Coach Andy, because he coached my daughter at hockey when she was 6.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's my neighbor, and we hang out a lot. And I knew he was involved with this thing called Dog Nation that was, spawned from some hockey team I used to play against. I didn't really know anything about it. And then when Dave Repsher had his terrible accident, years ago up in Summit County, Dave's a guy I used to play hockey with a long time ago. And when when Andy told me about all the things you guys were doing for him, just right out of the gate, like as soon as it happened, trying to raise some money for him, and I just thought it was something that we as a company, my company, we wanted to get involved with. We wanted to support that because there's a million different charities out there, but when we saw that there was one right in our own community doing such great things for somebody that I had he wasn't someone that I was in close contact with, but somebody that had some connection, just really hit home for us, and we wanted to be a part of it. We were like, Dog Nation,
Bam.
Let's do
And
it.
that's how it is every time I call this guy. I say, it doesn't matter if it's the Dog Nation Winter Classic, doesn't matter if it's the golf tournament or this year with Dog Pole. You know, the response I get from this guy is, hey, we're in. We're in for something. You know, you put my sponsorship where it's best gonna help Dog Nation. And
We were the live music sponsor, and it rained, and there was no live music. Thanks, Mike. No, it's great. It's a privilege to be a part of it.
yes,
It really is.
exactly. And thank you for your generosity.
You're very welcome.
And welcome to the semifinal platinum matchup here at the Dog Bowl from the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. Tonight's featured matchup is between the Mainline West top dogs, the #1 seed, versus M-Tech dressed out in their pinks. We've got the top dogs in their classic blue, trimmed out with burgundy numbers. And in goal is Casey Sherwood for the top dogs. And over on the other end for M-Tech is Austin Shaw. I'm Manny Furtado, joined with Marty Richardson. And 15 minutes is up on the clock. And we're underway here. And it comes back over to Kevin Connors. Connors moves it back over to his D partner there. And bringing it right in on the right-hand side, trying to fish it right up front. And it's touched aside and picked right back up by Clarkson. David Clarkson staying on sides as Hayduk sends it back over to Johnny Mitchell. Johnny Mitchell's pass is deflected and it goes the length of the ice. Picked up by Casey Sherwood. Sherwood plays it up high, and McKenzie, his pass to Clarkson gets picked off as he got tied up with Kevin Connors at the blue line. Meanwhile, sweeping in was Drew Shore on the forecheck. Puck comes back over to the mid-ice boards, and Shore now recovers it. Shore a little flip pass back to Connors, and Connors sweeps it back up to Tom May. Tom May takes the zone for M-Tech, and holding it up against the boards and losing it momentarily, and back out to center. Jeff Rodell backpedaling, as pressing him was Senya, Peter Senya from CC. Gabe Gauthier brings it in. Gabe Gauthier tries to work it, and he passed back, and the shot by Aiden Thompson wires it. 1-0.
Oh, Manny, I don't know if we've seen a goal like that this weekend.
And let's watch it on the replay as a little drop pass there And Thompson picks it up just above the circle, and he just wires it past Austin Shaw's glove.
Wow.
And here's from behind, and check this out as Shaw thinks he has the side of the net and the top of the net covered, and
Wow.
just can't get your arm up that fast. Meanwhile, back to the live action, and Hank Crone is tied up by Ken Klee, and it's swept back up and out as Thompson handed it off up to Derek Armstrong over on the far side. Working his way back behind the cage, and sneaking in there was Klee. Klee was looking for something, but Hank Crone comes away with the puck. He's got White in the middle, sends it to White. White's shot, and a nice save by Casey as he stands his ground. So
Yeah, quick start here from both teams. We got a chance on a goal on one end and a pretty solid chance on the other.
it has been good hockey, and we would expect it between these two squads. White will take the face-off. He's got Steve Quayler in the slot area. Puck comes back over to Hank Crone to Quayler. Quayler's shot got deflected as Gabe Gauthier was able to get, one of the, and that was Armstrong, was able to get a stick on it. Armstrong's number 9, so is Gauthier. And number 23 is not only made Hayduk, but Easton Armstrong as well. Cross-ice feed just past White. White recovers back over to Rodell. Rodell looking, takes a shot and a flyer, and thinking about it was Sherwood, but he'll hold on. Ulansky giving it to Ostro down there, a couple of ex-DU teammates. So Ulansky will go head-to-head with Ostro right now, with Shore sitting behind him, and Driscoll behind Shore. Puck comes off, and reaching in for it is Driscoll. Driscoll sweeps it back over to Shore. Shore delivers it over to Connors. Connors over to the far side. Getting tied up there was May. May couldn't get off his stick. Poke check, and out comes Pink. Pink delivers it back over to Shore. Shore looking for May, but that was airmailed, and the puck comes back up high and it's all the way back to the Top Dogs end, and the puck gets tipped there, and chasing it back down is Armstrong. Armstrong working off the wall, and the puck is stolen by Shore. Shore thinking about it, and he hands it off to Ostro and says, here, you do it. Driscoll runs into a couple of Dogs players, and they take it away. That is number 9, that is Dawson Armstrong, and he'll go for a line change now. His brother Easton stays out there, number 23. Johnny Mitchell playing it back over to Barry Goers. Here comes Goers. Goers quickly advances it to Mitchell. Mitchell just inside the line. Sends a backhander and a quick shot, and the loose puck in it, putting it away is Johnny Mitchell, and it's 2-0 Top Dogs. Mitchell picks up the loose puck on the backside.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Mitchie there. MTech kind of snuck in the back door. They only had 1 point in the first 2 games, a tie and a loss, and but got in off a goal differential, or no, goals against. Right?
There's Clarkson. Clarkson wearing those breezers, the red breezers. He wasn't wearing those last time, was he, Marty?
Was not.
And Clarkson reaching in, Ostro stretching past him and trying to work inside, and it's taken away. And here's the lead pass from Mitchell back up to Easton Armstrong. And I think he was named for a hockey stick. What do you think, Marty?
I'm guessing that's exactly what happened.
And Easton played some of his youth hockey right here. He's still in his youth. Meanwhile, puck comes back over to the right-hand side. Here comes Crone. Crone trying to get past Klee, but he puts one in front, and Hayduk motors through center. Hayduk has Mitchell in the middle. Clarkson up high, back to Mitchell. Mitchell holds there, looking for Klee and getting a stick on it. And here's the long lead pass. Here comes Crone. Crone buried in, shot, and it's deflected as Sherwood got enough of it to put it into the netting.
Tell you, Sherwood has shown up game after game after game.
He absolutely has. He has been solid. Could be the MVP in this thing, if depending on how far they go here.
Yeah.
Justin White will take this face-off, and he wins it back cleanly. Brought back over to Worofsky. And trying to, Senya sends it back over to Gabe Gauthier, back over to Senya. Senya takes it off the boot, recovers it, and Senya's got Gauthier in front. He's got Hayduk behind him, and he fishes it back up nicely to McKenzie. McKenzie back down, finds Hayduk. Hayduk all alone, gives the pass, shot, score on the far side. What a beauty. And Klee, you don't see too many NHL players celebrate like that in a charity tournament, but I think you just can't believe what a beautiful pass that was.
Pretty sure that's Kenny's first goal of the tournament, but Hedgie kind of set that up, but Klee still had to finish it, and he did. You're watching the replay here. He just released that really fast and gave Austin no chance to come across.
Shaw has he's seen a bunch of shots thus far, and they have made a move from left to right nicely. Circling back is Derek Armstrong. Armstrong working through the center, and he sends a backhand pass in for Aiden Thompson, the youngster. Brings it back down, and he takes it down low, and stepping in is Jan Heda. Heda steps in from his D position. Wears that same white helmet that Thompson's wearing, and back behind it, the hands of Derek Armstrong holding on to it. Thompson dancing there. Thompson waiting for it. It rides the rails. Picked back up by Thompson. Thompson is challenged by Quayler and is able to get it back over. Armstrong looks up high. Heda swings it to the right-hand side. Looking for it is Puño. Puño up high on the right-hand side. Back to Armstrong. Armstrong, this is a clinic. It almost looked like a power play. Finally, M-Tech is able to take it, and Quayler comes back with it. Quayler's got May in the center, picked back up by White. White looking for May, takes the shot, and a big save and a pile up in front of the net. Puck is still loose, and a shoulder stave comes up big on White. White can't connect on that. Puck goes, and it's held up against the boards, looking to make some spaces. May off of his backhand. He still has Quayler in the middle. Stepping in is Rodell, and Rodell and friendly fire hits Quayler. Quayler's down. Let's see how he is. And touched up by Armstrong. Armstrong hands it off to his son. Back up high. Goer is back over to the left-hand side, and the quick shot by Dawson Armstrong just goes wide. Meanwhile, coming back the other way with the head up is Ostro. Ostro takes the lane, finds Shore. Back to Ostro. Backhander right in front, jammed on, but May can't convert, and Sherwood again.
Again. Yeah. Top Dogs have had probably more of the play, as you mentioned the clinic a little bit earlier, but the transition game for M-Tech is really good, and Sherwood's had to come up with 3 or 4 dandies already.
I mean, you've got, look at that lineup out there. You've got Ostro, you've got Shore. Shore's right there. Speaking of it, you got May. May's standing in front of the net, waiting for that one to come back. Puck goes over to the far side and just past Rodell. And here's a stretch by Easton Armstrong. Armstrong really puts the pressure on. Driscoll comes up with it, gets upended there. Play continues, sweeping, and coming up with some quick feed is Shore. Shore brings it over to Rodell. Here comes the quick and the toe drag try, and it's picked off by Easton Armstrong. Armstrong with the head up, but he doesn't have anybody ahead of him, and it gets taken away by May. Sweeping in was Ulansky. Made a nice little steal there, and Armstrong comes down the left-hand side, stepping on. There is. And that was kind of a weak play by Crone. Crone, a forward, didn't have much defensive on as he was coming in. Meanwhile, Driscoll's got the puck. He finds Crone. Crone picks it on his backhand, and he tries to work past Kenny Klee. And Klee, with one arm, says, I can handle that. Puck bouncing, and Crone pool cues it back as Kevin Connors retrieves. Connors looking back to the far side where he finds Warsofsky. Warsofsky through the middle, picks back up Ostro. Ostro works through. Crone's got it. Crone squares up. Back to the pass. And the shot by Shore again. Sherwood keeps the pink M-Tech off the board. Puck comes back over. Here comes Clarkson. Clarkson delivers one right into Hayduk, but Hayduk, it was skipped off his boot. Meanwhile, Clarkson pulls it there, leaves it for Klee. Klee has it slipped off his stick as he was trying to get it over to McKenzie. Here comes Shore. Shore's got a 2-1. Oh, delivers it back to Crone. Crone from behind was looking for Ostro. One too many. Puck is transition coming in the other way. Hayduk there. Picked back up by Mitchell. Clarkson takes the shot. It gets deflected. I think he was really looking for Hayduk. Stepping in is number 15, Puño. Puño takes the shot. It deflects and comes up the left wing boards, and it's hopped at there. Clarkson passes it to himself off the boards. Kevin Connors goes down low, and Crone picks it up, and one hands it back out as he collides with Quayler. Meanwhile, puck on the far side. White jams at it. Quayler comes in, recovers, and the shot rides it, and it ricochets off the glass hard. And the whistle was blown there.
Yeah, net moved a little bit there. I think it must have hit right on the edge of the netting there. Didn't touch much, though, because that thing came out like a rocket.
It sure did. So the face-off will be right in front of your viewing angle here.
It's Peter Friesman doing this game again. He's been a workhorse for us.
Gabe Gauthier will take this face-off, going up against Justin White. And Gauthier wins it over to the wall. Sent back by Puño. And puck comes back up, and it's punched back out to center. Peta puts a backhander back out to center. And it's picked right back up by Aiden Thompson. Right through. Gabe Gauthier looks for the loose puck, but can't come up with it. And now Crone will. Crone brings it in. It's a 3-on-3. He feeds it down low to White. Back to Crone, and Crone is denied. Here comes Gauthier. Gauthier hands it off to Senya. Senya to Gauthier. Gauthier takes the line. There's Thompson. Back to Gauthier. Gauthier on the side delivers a soft pass right up into the slot area, but it goes unanswered. Gauthier swings one right back over to the half wall. Back up high. Hayda's got it. Hayda looking and takes a shot from the left point. Meanwhile, getting in there deep is Matt Rogers. Rogers, the defenseman and the captain of this team, is number 13 for Remtech. And the puck comes back out to center where Justin White motors through. He's got May with him. May tries to set up on the far side opposite, but the pass is picked off and taken by Senya. Marty, good end-to-end action, and with a 3-0 lead, what does MTech need to, or trailing 3-0, what does MTech need to get here to get back into this here?
They might have to trade for Hayduk.
As the top cheese at DAWG Nation, I think you're the only one that could force or require that trade.
I'm probably not going to do that.
And it's swept back over. Just Ostro looking right in the slot area. Ostro comes in, follows his shot, calls for it. Ostro whines, but it's deflected and out of play.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's 3-0. You'd think that it's a complete dominant game, but it's not. And Casey, who's probably the least decorated tender in the group of six, all of them.
I think you're right. And he came in, and as I was doing my scouting reports, I was like, who is this? And then you gave me the scouting report. Driscoll walks it off the wall, looks for a lane, and the shot, and May almost got a piece of it.
And Casey saw that one. I think it just hit him.
Yeah.
But when it's going good, they do, right?
That's exactly right. A little puck luck there. Ostro will take it again. Ostro's a lefty and Shore's a righty. Let's see if he can win it versus Gauthier. Or, excuse me, that was Armstrong. And the shot back behind and stretching for it and trying to pull it away. In doing so was McKenzie nicely. Driscoll picks it back up, and Driscoll surveys. Driscoll makes a nice little move, but he can't get past two of the top dogs. Meanwhile, puck comes back over to Easton Armstrong. Armstrong looks for passes. He tries to send it to his brother, and his brother got upended, and play continues. Puck comes over to the right-hand side where Klee retrieves. Klee's got Armstrong in the middle, goes, and Driscoll takes it long. Driscoll takes it into the zone and will put one on, and this is a save right in the crest. Talk about that jersey and that crest there, Marty.
Yeah, so we kind of changed up the colors for the top dogs, really almost the colors of the Avalanche third uniform. So that's where the colors come from. The crest goes, it's two hockey sticks crossed and as representing the 10th year of the dog ball. And Nicole Bosley donated that as a graphic artist, and she did a lot of other stuff for us and kind of came up with some ideas, and we looked at a few of them that were like that, and we just said we just said that it's kind of gave her an idea. That was really it, and I think it turned out really good.
It turned out fantastic. They are sharp jerseys, and I've heard a lot of people talking about them. And you know, Marty, you know, one of the great things, and I think one of the talents of this Dog Nation is that you guys don't overlook details like this. Those are a lot of little details that it takes a lot to coordinate that type of stuff. And everything from all the presentations to the jerseys to the packages that everybody gets. I think everybody is just overly impressed with how Dog Nation and the whole organization comes together, and it's those details that matter. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell being challenged there, and the puck is taken away by Ostro. Ostro smiles as he takes it. Meanwhile, puck comes back over, and almost a collision as May crisscrosses with Shore. May forced wide by McKenzie. McKenzie's got one stick in there. Now he'll switch to Shore and back over on May. May's being handled there, and there's Mitchell. Mitchell gets one stick in there, and he avoids Warsofsky, and he sends a bank pass all the way up to Clarkson. Clarkson's got a man in the middle, and it gets deflected and up and out of play. That was Ulansky coming in.
There's a souvenir for a lucky fan.
And there's not many fans that are allowed in the building here.
So I don't think, yeah.
So I think that's a player.
Lucky custodian or
lucky custodian. That's what it is. Maybe that. I think that's the ice guy down there.
Yeah.
So the faceoff will be to the left of Austin Shaw. And Shaw, as you were saying, is wearing those Ferris State pads. And it is Mitchell versus White, and White wins it over to the wall. Rodell doing some battle with Clarkson, and coming away with it is Driscoll. Driscoll sends it back up. Quayler's there. Quayler chips it across to the near side. Backpedaling is Rodell. He'll reset, and he sends it through looking for Quayler, but it was behind him. And the whistle there.
Yeah, a little bit on Austin Shaw there. Austin Shaw actually played 4 years at Princeton, and he's a super smart kid. He didn't play all 4. He went there 4 years, was redshirted one of them, and he ended up still having a year of eligibility since he graduated, and he was able to do yet another one more season without the transfer rule since he graduated. Little known one.
Couldn't happen to a better kid.
Yeah.
Puck comes back up to the point, and here's the shot, and it's deflected, and again into the netting as Mitchell, with those quick mitts, gets on it.
Yeah, he's going to have a nice future with whatever he does, but he does want to sneak in a couple of years or a few years of hockey to see where it takes him.
So Mitchell again, and on the blue line, over on the far side, and it comes back over to Driscoll. Driscoll, and off of White's stick, and a quick little play and a nifty little pass off the left boot from Clarkson over to Hayduk. Hayduk driven wide, and he puts a backhander looking for Mitchell right in front, but Rodell reads it well and defends it. Meanwhile, puck is stolen by Clarkson, and Clarkson gets a shot off he was tied up, but he's still got some velocity on that.
Yeah, that was the old guy line there with Clarkson and Mitchie and Hayduk. But Hayduk, it's interesting. You can, as soon as you see him take a stride, you know it's him.
Yes.
He's got a really distinctive, choppy style. That, boy, can he accelerate with that, though.
Well, we were talking about his speed, and I talked to some of the players that he played against this morning, and they just said he hasn't lost a bit. He was tough to keep up with, and those were youngsters. Meanwhile, puck comes back over to Hank Crone, the DU player. Crone weaves his way through and makes a quick little pass as he needs to. The intended target was Warsofsky, but again, Mitchell and stepping in. That was Gabe Gauthier that was stepping in looking for that. Aiden Thompson is clearing through center. Thompson has Gauthier. Gauthier picks it up nicely on his backhand, but gets tied up with Connors. Connors laughing from behind, saying, I heard all those comments. Meanwhile, here's a wire, and it goes up and over, and I don't think Sherwood saw that one.
I don't think he did either.
He was still holding his glove up saying, are they going to shoot it? And that had some velocity on it. There, that was Hank Crone. So with 11:08 remaining in what is the second period, I believe, isn't it, Marty?
It is. We're having some issues with some clock guys, but they're not paid, so I'm not going to say anything.
I'm not going to say anything either. We missed a few. And here's the lay-down pass here on the end boards from Kevin Connors, one of the smartest players on the ice today. Meanwhile, Ostro with the puck back behind, and he was putting it right in front. And Connors backpedaling here as Aiden Thompson approaches. Thompson takes the lane, and Hayduk was calling for it. Hayduk got a stick on it, but it tips it over to the far side, and Warsofsky comes away with it. Backpedaling his goers, and he's looking for Shore right in front. Shore puts it away. 3-1. Shore puts MTech on the board, and Shore made a beauty there. And that was a gorgeous pass. As we watch it again, as it came in from Warsofsky. And Shore finds the far side, and he solves Sherwood.
Those were some really, really quick hands there. I think he tapped that puck 3 times and went upstairs in a matter of literally a millisecond.
Great camera work by Mike Shaw, who's coordinating all of this for you. And we know everybody appreciates it. And trying to beat the icing there was Easton Armstrong. So Easton Armstrong is playing in the dub. His brother's playing in the Salt Lake for the Mountain States. And his dad is still in LA, winning Emmys. And he's up for another Emmy, apparently.
So they just moved here, literally.
Yeah, so you gotta check out Derek Armstrong's show there. Yeah. Rodell reads it nicely, and he comes through center. Challenge there by Senya. And Rodell takes it into the corner. And McKenzie's there as well. Meanwhile, pass right up through the middle, and it never got through. The intended target there was Ostro. Coming back in, Rodell drops it for Shore. Shore walks in and takes another shot, and that one ricochets down into the corner. McKenzie sends it back over to Armstrong. Derek version, and Derek sweeping left, passes it right. Goers looking back, takes it down in deep, and a little toe drag move, and there was Easton Armstrong right on the doorstep. Stepping in is McKenzie. McKenzie with a low shot, and Shaw makes this save, keeping it a 3-1 game. 8:36 remaining in this second period.
Yeah, it's been a good one, and with Shore's goal tightens this thing up a little bit more. This next goal's the proverbial really big one.
Tell you what, MTech gets it, and they get one more before the end of the period, and it'll make for a very interesting third. Johnny Mitchell off the faceoff. Crone slides it up the boards, chases it down. Knocked down nicely by White, and ahead to Crone. Crone works past Klee. Klee sizes up Crone, and Crone senses the pressure. A very quick pass up through the middle. Nobody's able to get to it, and this one is deflected up and out of play. And shaking his head is Dawson Armstrong. So the puck comes to center ice. Mitchell, Ulansky, and Armstrong, Klee, and McKenzie are out there for the Top Dogs. And off the faceoff, Crone waiting out McKenzie. McKenzie's good with that, and Ulansky back over to McKenzie, who picks it up nicely on his backhand. Transfers it there. And back over to Dawson Armstrong, who feathers it in, but offsides. And Mitchell seems to be reaching back and just tried to stay on sides there. Close. Justin White versus Mitchell, and face-off goes to White, back up from Connors. And Kevin Connors back up to the left-hand side. Connors steps in and needed to make a move there as Armstrong was bearing down on him. Meanwhile, Ken Klee with a long stretch pass. And just outside of the line, Mitchell brings it in. Mitchell's got Ulansky sitting behind him, and Ulansky thinks up high. Nice little play by Klee. Ulansky delayed on that pass and let Klee get open. Klee's shot, and it's a pad save. Quayler is waiting for it. And bringing it right in is Crone. Crone dances and can't get a shot off. He looks at the referee.
I think he thought he was going to the sin bin there.
I think Crone was a little frustrated with that. Meanwhile, Mitchell tries to get past Driscoll, and Driscoll one-hands it, the long pass, trying to spring Tom May. And streaking in on the left-hand side is White. White's got Quayler. White goes to Warsofsky, and Warsofsky's shot, goal! Scored by Quayler. Quayler picks up the puck back behind Sherwood. We've got a new game, Marty.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. That was that all-important goal there where it goes either 4-1 or 3-2, and we do have a tight game, and a little bit of a surprise there when it went up 3-0. There might have been a little bit of a letdown there.
And look at this goal as Sherwood thought he had it, and Quayler had one of the easiest goals he's scored in his life.
Yeah.
Right place, right time, though. 3-2 with 5:07 remaining. This is very interesting semifinal matchup, and at stake is a slot in the championship game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And from the sideboards, trying to take the shot there was May. May fanned on it. Puck comes back up to Warsofsky. Warsofsky sidesteps Gabe Gauthier. And right in front, the loose puck, and it's anybody's puck, and it comes up high. Picked right back up by Matt Rogers. Rogers back over to Shore. Shore thinks about it, sends it back over to Warsofsky. Warsofsky sized up by Aiden Thompson. Meanwhile, Shore picks up the loose puck. Shore drags it up over the top. Shore gets tangled up a little bit, but maintains possession. Swings it back. Warsofsky shot. It just missed the far side down low. Meanwhile, puck comes back down, and Clarkson gives a chase. He's met there as the whistle blows, and it's icy.
Yeah, the ice is tilted a little bit here, Manny.
It really is, and a couple of those shots, a loose puck, we've got a tie game.
Yeah.
3-2 right now, and M-Tech is playing hard, and they are. And now you've got on the blue line Rodell and Driscoll, both with the blue helmets, man. You don't see that often with the pink, but it's a good mix. Puck goes in, and it's a backhanded flyer. Who's going to come up with it? Looking for it is Ostro. Ostro takes a swing, misses that, and Clarkson swings it back out and softly back out to center, where Rodell comes in. Rodell looks for it, and a poke this way. Senya hand delivers it back over to Clarkson. Clarkson looks back, and looking it back up is number 5, and it's back over to the far side. And I think we got Brett Clark back out there, number 5. I don't think I've called his name the whole game. Meanwhile, back to the live action. It's picked up by Ostro, a little backpedaling, and Ostro sends it back. He was looking for Shore, but it misses the mark. Senya quickly back up to Armstrong. Armstrong walks in. Leaves it there for Hayduk. Hayduk cycling, looks for the shot, and it's a pad save by Austin Shaw. Long. Here comes Crone. Crone with McKenzie on him, and Crone almost puts it in. As nice save by Casey Sherwood as he's able to get over Crone, and he avoids one or two, and he advances the puck. What stick work by Crone. Here comes Quayler. Quayler's backhander. Crone was on the doorstep too. White is there as well, and cycling away is Goers. Goers, it's his pass is deflected back to White. White takes a quick shot. He didn't have a lot of room to get that off. He was able to as he had McKenzie on him. Meanwhile, Quayler picks up and he flips it back to White. White working out of the corner, protecting the puck. Looks down low, sends it back down to Driscoll, the defenseman, who's taken a low position. And right past Easton Armstrong, and Easton steals the puck and sends it back over. Here comes Father Derrick. Derrick bearing in, takes the line, looks for a drop pass, gives it to Easton. Easton back across, the shot, Senya scores! Senya buries it, and he finds the top shelf of Austin Shaw's net. What a play.
Yeah, that was your other 23. That was Hayduk who set up Senya there. But nonetheless,
I don't think you're right, Marty. I'm looking right there, and I see 23.
He just changed lines.
I don't think you're right. We're going to go to the board.
Yeah, we can ask Mr. Michael Shaw there.
Shaw, who was that there? All right, we're back. And I might give you one, Marty. Yeah. I might give you one as my spotter.
I will tell you that you don't want to argue with me on that one because I know I'm not honest.
4-2 is the score. And right back and into the corner. Warsofsky, and Kevin Connors has it. Connors' shot gets deflected. And this one is stolen by...
Oh, nice.
That is Easton. Then coming in is Dawson. Dawson delivers it over to McKenzie. McKenzie back, and Mitchell buries it. 5-2.
Well, what a turn of events there, getting it 3-2, having multiple chances to tie it, honestly, on the one end. And here they come back with, what, 2 goals in 30 seconds?
They almost just decided to score 2.
Yeah, they almost looked like it.
Yeah. So with 30 seconds remaining on this second period and the clock winding down, in steps Easton Armstrong, and Ostro has it. Ostro regathers it in. He sends it to May, and May's shot right in the crease, and having to go down to his knees to cover it is Sherwood. And we were about 2 minutes away from going into the third period with a 1-goal game.
They look like, yeah. These games have been changing pretty quickly, though, so I wouldn't count our pink checks out yet.
Absolutely not. And then as this third period, as we think about what we have on tap here, we've got a terrific game coming up. We've got DAWG, the Obby group, versus Denver Concrete. And these two teams met in the first Platinum game.
Very first game that we saw.
And it was, talk about that a little bit, Marty. That was, what a game, and what a terrific game by Tyler Polson.
Yeah, this is reminiscent of a couple of years ago. Those teams played in the first round. Scotty Mayfield played that day, and DAWG actually won the first one. And it looks like we might be losing Brett Clark for the rest of the game here.
Well, I think we are. I don't think we saw much of him today. He did not play in this morning's game.
Yeah. So, in the second a couple of years ago, the second time around, then it reversed, and Concrete won the second one and went to the finals, went on to win. This year, that's Concrete won the first one. We're back in the semi. It's almost an exact repeat, and if these guys hold on, that would literally be a repeat of what we've seen already.
Well, and Concrete here is the 2-time defending champion in this division, so they are no stranger to big games and winning big games. So here we go, back to the live action, picked back up by number 15, that is Pugno, and Pugno takes it down low, and the quick little cross-ice feed looking for Easton Armstrong. He tumbles into Shaw. Pugno right in front, and
oh boy,
Dawson Armstrong fans on a one-timer. Meanwhile, puck comes back out to Shore. Shore's got a cycling. Here comes May. He's got Ostro in the middle, and it just goes past as May stretching for it. And the puck comes back out to center. Ulansky applying some pressure. Shore cycling through, and right into the, it looked like perhaps a penalty. No. Gabe Gauthier got a stick in there and kind of threw Shore off a little bit.
I think we are getting a penalty here.
I think we are. It's the game's first penalty.
And it's Gabe Gauthier.
And Gabe goes to the box. You know, and that's what happens when you're tired, Marty, and you start to stretch and you start to use your stick a little too much.
And Gabe's no spring chicken anymore either.
He's pretty good in the booth, though.
He is.
He's spot on.
He's a spring chicken there.
And I think that's what he would be saying right now. So we're just trying to emulate him. Meanwhile, nice play by Warsofsky. Warsofsky picked that puck off and he scores. Warsofsky does it all himself, and he picks it up and he takes it in. Warsofsky, what a beautiful move. Watch him. He brings it in, and he's challenged by not one but two defensemen. He takes it wide, and he beats Sherwood.
Sherwood is not happy about that one. He's looking to the sky on this one.
5-3. Warsofsky draws Emtek back to within 2, and there's 10:51 remaining in this contest. And a spring play there, picked back up. Here comes Ulansky, and Ulansky, that goes, by the way, that goes obviously as a power play goal.
Yeah.
And Gauthier is in there to take this face-off. So he doesn't. The good news is he doesn't have to serve too much of his penalty.
No.
Gauthier wins it back, and it's touched up by Thompson. Thompson slides it across. Clay thinks about it. Clay puts one, and it was more of a pass as Thompson was in front. Thompson gets a piece of it. He reverses out of the corner, walks the top of the circle, and he takes a shot, but it got deflected there. Good hard work. Ulansky with it. Looks up high, and stepping back into the zone was McKenzie. McKenzie looked like he was heading out. Meanwhile, puck is down low. Ulansky with a no-look touch pass, but it's intercepted by Driscoll, and Driscoll gets double teamed there by Ulansky with Aiden Thompson on the low end. Thompson drags it out, reverses, sends it back up to Ulansky. Back over, Clay slides one in, and Gabe Gauthier is right there on the doorstep as he touches it up and tries to pull it back in.
It was a nice redirect, but Austin saw that one coming and really had everything covered below.
9:57 remaining in this third period. And Armstrong directing traffic. He's got Clarkson on one side, Senya on the other. Boy, Senya has those silky hands, doesn't he?
Oh, tremendous player.
And Senya from Slovakia. Senya picks it back up, and he on the edge of the circle, swings it back over to Hayda, and Hayda's shot, a riser, and you heard it go off the pads. That had some velocity. Meanwhile, puck comes back up high over to Puno, and Armstrong tracks it down as he's watched closely by Rogers. Crone trying to get a stick in there, and putting it way out of play is Puno. Brandon Puno stepping in from his deep position. And he sort of looks up to the sky and says, hey, I don't get too many of those.
Yeah, he snuck in. He had a great opportunity there. But I'm with you with Senya. There he is taking the draw. Former Hobie Baker Award winner. Had lunch with him today, and we were making plans for when he and I play a little pickup soccer.
Well, you guys are big soccer fans. You guys are European soccer fans, I take it.
Yeah, he's Barcelona, I'm Man U.
Okay. Well, they don't even play in the same league. Here we go, Armstrong all alone. Shot comes up big and denies Armstrong. Except if they play in Champions League, right?
Yeah, look at you flashing your soccer knowledge there. I'm impressed.
Well, I mean, come on. You've got an English team and you've got a Spanish team. I can figure that out. I'm not that bad. All right, there's Senya. Senya swings it back up high, and a quick pass by Ponia looking for Hayda. Hayda down low. Armstrong's got it and tries to ricochet off a shin pad of his son. And I think that was, that was Senya. That was no Armstrong. Here comes Shore. Shore drop pass. Ostro backhand pass over to Crone quickly to Driscoll. And Driscoll doesn't get it off his stick in time, and it's deflected up and into the netting. You know, I saw Driscoll play when he was playing with the Thunderbirds. And this kid has a ton of talent.
Looks good.
And really does. So it's nice that he was available to come out and play. You see him with his Des Moines Buccaneers helmet on. And off the faceoff, Ostro gets knocked aside. And meanwhile, quick pass over to the other side. We have two 23s out there, and it's Hayduke out there along with Easton Armstrong. And Hayduke sends a backhander through the slot area and setting it back up. And looking forward is Hayduke. Hayduke's got it, being watched by Rodell. Banks it off the boards, and where he finds Goers. Goers takes the shot, blocker save over to the far side. May retrieves. May sauces one, but a bit too far for Shore, and it goes the length of the ice. Icing is waved off as Goers delivers it back. And Brett Clark is back out there. Good to see Clark back on the ice. Meanwhile, Rodell brings it in. Clark defends the shot off of Clark's shin pad, and Rodell touches it back, and May, I think, tripped his own player. Meanwhile, Rodell's got it. May's there, and Ostro back to his feet. Ostro battling with Brett Clark, and he comes away with it. Ostro goes up high. Driscoll holds. Driscoll walks the wall, takes it down low, and back on his backhand, back behind the cage. Driscoll, with the long stick, is able to hang on to it. He finds Shore. Shore runs into some traffic, gives a little elbow. He's able to get away with that one, and the puck comes back over to the left-hand side. Streaking in is Armstrong. Armstrong looking for a backhander, and it goes up high. But Shaw, who covers a good portion of that net, caught it up high in the chops a little bit, dropped down. No face-off. Play continues. Here comes Shore through center. Shore delivers it over to the right-hand side, and May couldn't pick it up in stride. Speaking in stride, here comes Easton Armstrong. He's got Hayduk in front of him, and McKenzie tries to pick it up as McKenzie coming in from his D position. Meanwhile, he gets back, and covering is Klee. Sneaking past is May. May looks for it. May tries to jam one in, 5-hole, and looking down, Sherwood finds it between the pads.
Sherwood's playing really, really well again, but it's this is definitely, of his 3 games, I would say this is the one he's not quite as sharp in. He's let a couple of them dribble by him, but he seems to be having a little bit of trouble knowing where the puck is. Even on that one, he wasn't really sure.
Second game of the day, maybe that's it. So White will take this faceoff going up against Mitchell, and Mitchell chops at it and is able to send it back over to Klee on the far side. Little touch pass there, but Ty Thompson. And the loose puck comes up. Gabe Gauthier loses it there, and it's Quayler with it. Quayler with the long arm on the stick. He's able to hold him off as White comes in. Crone tries to sweep one up, but McKenzie reads the play, and McKenzie looks for Gabe Gauthier. It's Aiden Thompson with it. Thompson with confidence takes the line. Thompson drags it in, takes it, and he gets upended there, and the arms stay down, so the puck is picked up by White. White sends it over to Crone. Crone in front of us, and he's watched closely. Crone brings it in, top of the circle, takes a little toe drag through the skates, and back over to Warsofsky. Warsofsky, who got that nifty little goal, tries to walk the blue line, can't do so. Chopped at. Kevin Connors is there, and he'll put it in. And Connors, John with Clarkson on the bench. Meanwhile, puck comes back over, and stepping in is Aiden Thompson. Thompson picks it up and takes a shot, gets deflected, didn't get through, and Mitchell sends it right back looking for Thompson, but Rodell is there. Rodell recoils, not once but twice, comes up the left wing boards. Rodell banks it off the boards, and coming in is May, and he takes himself out. Meanwhile, back to Mitchell. Mitchell cross ice. Aiden Thompson finds number 9. That is Gabe Gauthier, our partner up in the booth. Back over to Hayda. Hayda holds it there, watched by White, and Hayda shakes off the check, brings it back up high. A backhander to Ulansky, back up high. Tip play right in front as they were looking for Gabe Gauthier. Meanwhile, sweeping in is Hank Crone. Crone, the crafty little forward, and he comes up with it, chops at it, little disgusted there as he wasn't able to get the pass down, picks it back up. Crone, backhander, strong, gets it all the way to the point, but it just gets past, and Rogers can't hang on. He ties up Derek Armstrong long enough for Ostro to get back. Ostro tries to work past Armstrong, and it goes off him, but it's offsides as Clarkson brings it back in.
So I think the only thing that Top Dogs are missing is Justin Chalfant tonight.
Is who?
Justin Chalfant.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
How early do you, how quick do you forget?
You know, as quick as it lasted. And what a story. If you weren't, for those MTech fans, if they didn't see the earlier game, we had Jesse Chalfant, and he was a step-in player here for the Top Dogs. And on his first shift, he got an assist to Milan Hayduk, and about his third shift, he got a goal from Hayduk, and it was a beauty at that. So nice to see somebody who gives to Dog Nation. Dog Nation is able to give back in a way that was really priceless. Back to the live action, picked up by Clarkson. Clarkson waiting, cycling there with Derek Armstrong. Armstrong goes into the corner, and he fishes it out. Clarkson protecting the puck as he has Driscoll on him and working it free. Back down low was number 13, hard-working Peter Senya. And here's the shot from Klee, gets redirected. Derek Armstrong picks it back up, Shore pressing him, bouncing puck, and McKenzie looks at it and made a very nice little move where he faked the shot and brought it back to his backhand looking for it. Here comes White. White versus Klee. That's May, excuse me. And May tries to work it down to the end boards. Klee puts his body into him and is able to take it away. Back off the wall, working hard is Ostro. Ostro looks cross-ice feed, finds Shore. Ostro with it. Ostro back behind the cage. He's looking for May. May moves into the slot, but he can't get good wood on it. And here come a pair of 23s. It's Hayduk with Easton, and Easton gets over anxious and is offsides. 2:56 remaining in this first period. Let's look at the replay as Easton is just a touch over. It was close, but we've got the all-star referees for this one, Marty.
Yeah, we do. So we're gonna give them a nod.
Absolutely. These guys have been on top of it all weekend long. Milan Hayduk regathers it, sends it back over to fellow Czech there, Jan Hejda, and back up to Easton Armstrong. This is what a great opportunity for Easton Armstrong to play with Hayduk and Hejda, and he'll have some stories to tell. Meanwhile, Hank Crone challenges Hejda, takes it down, and Crone sweeps it right back up, and Hejda had to be alert as Crone turned on the jets. Meanwhile, stepping back up through is number 13, Senya, and Senya loses it there, and here comes John Driscoll. Driscoll, the big defenseman, has a little offensive-minded here. Shore squares up, finds on the far side as he was looking over for White, and White sails it high. And White's a little disappointed there. He felt like he had a better opportunity. He goes for the line change. Ostro takes his spot. Shore will take the draw.
And we have an empty net on the end. So
good eye, Marty. And so who stays out there stepping in? And we've got Warsofsky, Driscoll, and Hank Crone. Hank Crone steals that one. Brett Clark is out there as well. Driscoll punches it down into the corner. Crone knows he isn't going to win the physical one, so he sends it back on target to Shore. Driscoll waits for it, settles it, back to Crone. Crone playing quarterback behind the net as he does so often on the power play. Crone with it. Driscoll pounds one, but nice save by Sherwood. Meanwhile, back in the far side corner, it's Brett Clark back below the line. It's Crone. Crone sauces one right through as Driscoll was taking up a lot of space inside the slot area. Meanwhile, Crone picks it up along the goal line. Crone thinks about it, and he sends one right through as it's picked up by Ostro. Back up. Warsofsky takes the shot off a shin pad, and Driscoll does a nice job tying up his man. That was Armstrong that he wasn't going to let loose. Meanwhile, back up high. Shore takes the shot, and it drops in front of Sherwood, and he secures it. 59 seconds remaining in the third period in the game. 5-3 Top Dogs.
yeah, it's going to be fast and furious here in the last minute here, and
so May is out there with Ostro, and they keep Crone out there. Warsofsky, the same crew. They get Marty. And here we go. I don't know what the delay was, but the puck is down, and McKenzie sweeps it back behind, and Klee smartly clears it. But it's going to go for an icing with 53 seconds here. I think Klee thought he was going to catch one of his line mates. Klee laughing about it with McKenzie. And McKenzie and, or I should say, Klee and Armstrong are two ex-co-coaches here at, and there is Derek Armstrong having a good conversation with Klee. Armstrong stretches in. May's got the puck. May looking down low, sends it back down to Ostro. Ostro yields to Crone. Crone picks it up. Warsofsky wires one, but it goes wide near side, and it's picked up softly by Shore. Shore back up high. Driscoll back over to the far side. Warsofsky top of the circle. Now he'll switch with Driscoll. Sends it back over to Shore. Shore on the dot. Looks back up high. Warsofsky takes the drive, and it's banked off softly.
it could be a pool shot there.
And
Not
sent
quite.
the length of the ice. We've got another icing call. And Shore laughing with Klee. 15.8 seconds remaining. And Aiden Thompson will take the draw going up against Hank Crone. And off the face-off, picked up. Shore dancing there, looking for a lane. 11 seconds remaining. Driscoll winds, takes a shot, and a nice shoulder save made by Sherwood. Jam up right on the side of the cage. Puck is still loose. Driscoll comes away with it, a backhander, and Sherwood, I say stands his ground, but sits his ground. That's the end of the game. 5-3. Top Dogs advance to tomorrow's championship game at 2 o'clock. Make sure you tune in to see who they're going to face, Marty. Is it going to be Denver Concrete, or is it going to be the Obby group?
Boy, those two teams are a toss-up. They literally have split year after year after year, and I think Obby's gonna break the curse. That's my guess on this one.
That's your prediction?
But
well,
either way, I mean, it's not going to surprise me.
Nope. You've got TAG, a very heralded group, but the hard-working Denver Concrete guys live up to their name, don't they?
They do. And so what we're going to do here is instead of a player of the game, I have an incredibly special person that we're going to talk to right after this. It's tied into how this weekend is all about. So
perfect.
We're going to take a short break here because I think our camera guys took off. So as soon as I just got a text also from Mike Freeman that Dog Nation just got yet another $5,000 donation. So keep this thing ball rolling. Aaron McKenzie's looking to ask me something. I'm going to let go here.
Fantastic. Again, Manny Furtado along with Cappy. And we're signing off here, so thanks for watching, and join us here. The next game starts in about 25 minutes. Let's see, that game starts at 8:45, so make sure you tune in. We've got just about a half hour. Anyway, final score is 5-3, Top Dogs over MTech. Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions.
All right, we're back. That was an exciting game, right?
Yeah, super exciting.
And so I have a really, really special guest here. This is Devin Kelly. This is the youngest daughter of Jack Kelly. And Dog Nation has Jack Kelly written all over it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to put that a little closer to you.
Oh.
So, there you go. So, Devin, this weekend, it's kind of bittersweet for me, bittersweet for you. This is the 10-year anniversary of Dog Nation, and it's also the 10-year anniversary of your dad passing back in April. Mm-hmm. So kind of tell us what Dog Nation means to you and your family.
Dog Nation is so much to us. Going through that time in our life was obviously super difficult, and to know that we had this community and this family that was backing us the whole way was truly incredible. And now it's become a place where we can come back to and just remember our dad and celebrate and have fun with people that he loved and doing the things that he loved. So it's incredible.
Yeah, so I don't know if you knew this weekend. I think you did. We won the Edge Championship, the team I was on, and the team that your dad was on, back in 2010, and it was first time that team had won the championship. And we got sweatshirts that day for winning it, Edge Champions on them, and I took the extra T-shirt and I took it over to your dad's house, to your house, and you guys went out for dinner that night and left me with your dad, and we watched the Avs game and just hung out for several hours, and we wrote a saying that, or a motto for Dog Nation really that night, and it wasn't far long after that your dad passed away. And so what I did is we looked at that team. I looked at that team picture and I made a bunch of phone calls, and lo and behold, we got all but 2 of those guys back together for this tournament, and our team name was called JK21.
So awesome. Love it. Yeah.
So we kind of let them down, though. We went 1 and 2. So
it's all for the fun.
Yeah, we won the first game, and then that was it. After that, we didn't win again, but it was probably need a little rest, so not so bad. But I'm gonna let you read this. This is a plaque that stays up in the Edge bar here. And it's got a motto on there that we kind of used for the foundation, but Jack and I didn't know there was going to be a foundation on this. This was well before Dog Nation ever started, but it was really the dog motto. And if you want to read that to everybody, I think it's really cool, and we still love to live by that today. Yeah,
so the motto is play hard, play fair, be modest in victory, be gracious in defeat.
That's your dad in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so we took part of that saying, the play hard, play fair, and we added give back. And we've been able to, since inception, we've been saying over and over all weekend, $1.8 million. We can now say that's $1.9 million because just today alone, we handed out checks totaling $126,000.
Oh my gosh.
So
it's incredible, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, it's amazing.
And so I know he looks down on me, and I think about your dad often when I have a Molson, and it's what he and I would share, and think about you guys all the time, and you guys are doing great though. You want to tell us about how Megan, how Shannon's doing, what you're doing today?
Yeah, so we're kind of all over the country. Meg, who's the oldest, is out in New York working. Shannon's the middle, and she lives in San Francisco now working. I'm still in Denver, couldn't stay away, but and then our mom's out in Denver as well. So kind of all over the place, but doing well. You guys get the gang back together once in a while. Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah. Usually we got to get them back for the tournament next year. Maybe. I know. This was a tricky year. Yeah, definitely. It was a tricky year. I talked to Shannon a while back, and she's like, "Are you really going to have it?" And I'm like, I couldn't guarantee that by any means. We really didn't know it. But it's turned out to be spectacular. We thought this tournament was going to be we knew it was going to be really hard, but we really set our expectations much lower compared to a normal tournament, like normal dog ball, just because there's places that our team's going to drop out, or sponsors not going to want to sponsor because no one sees their logo out here, that kind of thing. And kind of figured that was going to happen, and instead, incredible. We've set records in every category. Yeah. And we've set records in the auction. We've set records in the in the envelope challenge. We've set records on the sponsorship. We've set records in the team registrations. And you've got the little back of the napkin, literally back of the napkin in front of you there, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be over $200,000. It's incredible. Yeah. Well, and Cindy and I were talking, like, it shows how much people need something like this right now with everything else going on. So it's cool to see everyone come together for it. Yeah. So how do you feel when you see the JK out here? You get a little emotional sometimes. It's so cool to, just always have something to remember him by and know that, like, his legacy does live on, and it's something he'd be so proud of. So we love it. It's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, and his number 21 to this day hangs right across the bar from here. And I tried to pull it off the wall, and it was screwed in really tight. I'm like, I'm going to wreck it. So it's still in the bar. And I know you and I have taken a picture right next to that over the years. Always, and that's always pretty cool. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I think about your dad quite often,
and I know he'd be really proud of what we've been able to pull off and what we're about to pull off too.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Lots of. So anyway, do you have any words that you want to add on there?
Just, I know, speaking for the whole family, like, we're so lucky and so proud to be a part of this, and everything that you guys are doing and continue to do is just so incredible, and my dad would be so proud, and it's the best feeling to know that this is here and what we're doing, so just gotta celebrate. Yeah,
and I know you guys, we have a program, and I should have probably had one sitting here. Actually I do, right back here, and our programs are really, really cool. C&D Printing does these for. They're doing a spectacular job. But this year is really cool. Some stories in there, but there's actually one that you guys wrote.
Oh yeah.
Right, and I'll find it there. But who put that together?
We all kind of just did a bunch of different drafts and then put it together and sent it over. So we all kind of did little snippets and ran through it together, it was super fun to do that.
So total collaborative effort there.
Yeah,
and the pictures we chose, we knew we were going to pick that one.
Yeah.
And the picture in there, you can't see it probably on the screen that well, but it's an iconic one that we took of Jack when we won the championship, and it's kind of crazy that. That picture was taken, and then literally a month later he found out he had his autoimmune disease. Like, everything looks great there.
I know, it's so crazy.
And literally 6 months later we said goodbye. And then the other one was your mom. It was her favorite picture of your mom and your dad. So handsome guy you had there.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, thank you I know that's an emotional weekend for you and for me too.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you guys are not just a huge part of our lives still.
Yeah.
And I know that's going to stay that way for a long time. So
I know, we're super lucky, and thanks for always, bringing this back to us and including us and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. We're going to sign off for this. There's going to be the next game's coming up, another Platinum game, Denver Concrete versus TAG. I'm going to take a break with my throat here, and I'm going to let Gabe Goche do this next one because he was just playing some. And I'll probably go have some dinner or something.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, and thank you for being on.
Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, Larry, I want to start off by saying thank you so much for being the Dog Bowl 10 tournament sponsor. That is just an amazing and generous gift to Dog Nation and to this tournament. And I want to thank you for that, and that's just really appreciated.
You bet. It's our pleasure to help, and it's a great charity, and I trust all the people in the operation, and happy to help out whenever we can.
Yeah. And in terms of who you guys are, Martinson Services, tell us about your company.
I moved down here from northeastern North Dakota in April of 1985, and realized the construction business was slow, so in the winter, so I picked up snow removal at that time, and since then several family members have moved down, and many employees now that we've had for 20, 30 years, and company just keeps growing, and it does very well.
So you guys do commercial snow removal as your primary source of business?
Yeah, commercial snow removal. We basically do everything on the outside of a commercial building, including landscaping, striping, potholes, crack sealing, snow removal. Basically everything on the outside of a commercial building.
Okay.
And the malls and offices.
And I also understand you've been doing some siding this summer.
Yeah.
You yourself, working with the crew.
Yeah, working with the crew. I kind of gave that up years ago, but with everything that's happened this year, I just couldn't sit around the house anymore. And I've got a company called Ultimate Exteriors of Colorado, and we put on pre-painted James Hardy siding, and one of my employees there has been with me for 33 years. And so he's happy to have me back. He's 1 year older than me, so we're probably the oldest siding crew in Denver. pretty sure of that.
Well, that's amazing. And another story in terms of your support for Dog Nation. Of course, you and I have known each other for probably going on 10 years now.
Yep.
Yeah, with our boys playing Little League football together, and then your son going on to play hockey at Columbine, my son going on to play football at Chatfield. And my family's from North Dakota.
Right.
My wife's from North Dakota, so we kind of
That was
bonded
a
right
huge
away.
connection.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, North Dakotans stick together for sure.
And Norwegian.
And Norwegian.
Right, yeah,
Absolutely. So,
yeah.
I mean, it was, yeah, done. So, one of my favorite memories with Martinson Services is as we approached the Dog Nation Winter Classic. Of course, you had already been our hole-in-one sponsor at the golf tournament at that point, but I know that we approached you and said, hey, would you mind helping with the Dog Nation Winter Classic, which is, you know, clearing the North Pond Park in Silverthorne, Colorado. And so I know that was something that you said, hey, whatever you need, we will help make that happen. And so your crews were just amazing to come up there with their trucks and help us get that done.
Yeah, everyone enjoyed it and worked out pretty good. It sounded complicated when we started. It was like I didn't think we could be stumped when it came to snow and ice, but everything worked out and the tournament went off well, and we're happy and very happy to help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, that's a complicated piece of ice. So when you and I sat down, it just lifted my soul to go, okay, Larry's got my back.
Yeah.
So this tournament's going to
way.
happen.
Yeah.
This tournament's going to happen. So and finally, as you think about, you know, you've been around Dog Nation in terms of the Tee It Up, and you saw Todd Smith, who, rest in peace, has since passed away from his battle with cancer, but you saw us give him a check for $50,000 to him and his two daughters. You saw at the Pond Hockey Tournament our recipients up there, Megan Lococo and Andy Finney, a widow and a 38-year-old pregnant widow with a 2-year-old and a guy battling cancer. And you've seen some smaller recipients at some one-off events. What is it that about Dog Nation that you continue to support us?
For one thing, the hockey community is special too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of big hearts in the hockey community, and the support from the NHL players,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's huge. It shows how everyone is committed. It happens to be one of those charities where you see it live and in person, who needs it, why, the situation they're going through, and we're just happy, very happy to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's tough to make a Norwegian, North Dakota boy cry, but I know that when I've looked at you across the room a couple times as we're giving out checks to these folks, it's pretty neat. I can see, you know, you and I are both kind of teared up and going, man, this is it's a blessing to be a part of, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you're fortunate enough to be able to help, and I grew up a poor farm boy in North Dakota anyway, so I just soon help as much as I can and, you know, help those families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, and we are so privileged and so fortunate to have Martinson Services as part of our Dog Nation team. And if you have anything in terms of commercial buildings and needs on the outside, from snow to striping to potholes to
Siding.
yeah,
Anything. Yeah.
you might even get lucky enough to have this guy on your siding crew. But
Yeah.
Larry, thank you so much.
You bet.
Such a
Thank
pleasure.
You. My
Yep.
pleasure too.
Start again.
And good evening from the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. This is Dog Nation Foundation's Dog Bowl here this evening, and we have a semifinal matchup between TAG and Denver Concrete. But before we get to the action, Marty Richardson has a special announcement to make here.
Yeah, this is a pretty big news. I just got a text from Zlata Hajduk, and turns out David and Merrick Hajduk have committed.
Terrific.
Drum roll.
To
Harvard.
Wow. Harvard.
Yeah, they both. David and Merrick are both going to go to Harvard.
Wow.
So I know they were considering DU pretty heavy, and I personally would have loved that.
Yes.
But might have to do a road trip to Harvard somewhere along the way.
Well, what an opportunity. So they're following in the footsteps of Baker Shore, who who had that opportunity as well. So that is huge news. And of course, Merrick is going to be playing this next year on NTDP.
He is, yeah. He is. And David's going to be playing Thunderbirds. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there, and Gabe Goche is going to jump in next. And since we had their dad out here just a second ago, big things for the kids. Who knows? Maybe the two Hajduk boys are going to be on the Top Dogs next year.
I'll tell you what, man, this is fantastic. And if they take after their father, which I know they do, it's going to be exciting for years to come.
Yeah. All righty.
So,
well, I'm going to check off, and Gabe's going to join you when he can here.
And we're going to reverse. We're going to take it down to the ice, Mike. So as we said, we are ready to go, and to my right is Evan Cowley, number 30 for TAG, and to my left is Ryan Ouellette, the Tri-City player from the USHL. He's number 1. He's dressed in his blue, and we are set to go. So these two teams met in the first tournament game, the first Platinum game, and that game ended up is a 3-2 win for Denver Concrete. And in that game, Tyler Polson had a hat trick. So let's watch for Polson. He's number 11 out there in baby blue. And stepping in to take this face-off is going to be the captain for the Obby group, Trevor Obby. And Obby is flanked with Troy Terry on one side, and the other side is his brother Jason Obby. So the two Obbies and Terry are out there to start out the game. Didier is back there with Butcher as well. Meanwhile, bringing the puck in, and it's offsides as Polson was coming in. And on the far side, I believe it was number 25. It was Alex Bates, the Sacred Heart player. So here we go. We'll have the face-off just outside of tag zone, and it's settled as Bates has it, and he swings it back over to Colby Bukes from Mankato State. Puck comes back over inside, looking for number 11. There's Polson. Polson goes up high, reverses, takes it down low. Polson digs it out. Polson scoops it up, and he sends it into the netting. Game's first whistle. Second whistle. So we'll do it again, and it did get touched, and so the faceoff stays into tag zone. And I'm going to be joined by Gabe Gauthier in just a few minutes here, as he just finished that last game. So off the faceoff, and it's picked up nicely by Angeli, who had a goal last game. And it comes back to Troy Terry. Terry weaves through center, and a nifty little poke check was done by Sam Morton, the other Mankato State player. And Morton putting the hassle on, and there's the captain. And Hankey had a man in the middle, but he couldn't find him. And the long stretch play, and a nice play there by Bates. Bates disrupted that otherwise, and trying to sweep it in was Troy Terry. He gets taken off of it. A little bank pass there, picked back up by Selaney. Selaney sends it up, and Selaney was close to offsides. He thought he was offsides. Meanwhile, the counterattack. Here comes Tag, and Gambrell has it knocked off his stick. Following him is Matt Tabram. Tabram wasn't able to make the last game. He's back out here. He was an active part of the first game that we saw with Tag yesterday. Meanwhile, coming back to the live action, picked back up by Cam Spicer. Spicer is met there by Tabram, and the puck is reversed. Coming back in front of your viewing angle. Comes back over to Gambrell. Gambrell thinks about it, fakes the pass, and then sent one through as he was looking for John Sullivan. Just missed him. And the action continues end to end as Spicer has the puck. Spicer, cross ice feed, shot by Will Graber, and Graber just misses. Graber stepping in, and Graber has not played, and Graber stepped in, and this is the first game that he's seen, and you see it here on the replay, and Denver Concrete just misses taking the lead. Josiah Slavin will take the face-off, and it's one forward. And picking the puck back up is Brian Hawkinson. Hawkinson controls as he shakes off Adams' check. Hawkinson sends it back up to the point, and sidestepping there is Spicer. Spicer takes it back down. Slavin holding it there. Slavin swings it through, and it comes back. It's swept back out to center, where it's controlled by Doovie Westcott, the veteran. Westcott looking ahead. He finds Snedden, but Snedden is met by Butcher, and Butcher, the NHL defenseman for the New Jersey Devils, was right on it, and bodies tumbling, and the net comes off. And some good-natured shoving there, and who else but Lucas Savage, who's taken the only checking penalty that I've witnessed yet in this tournament. So we've got a 15-minute run clock. We're at the 11:15 mark. We're scoreless here, as neither team wants to make a mistake, and they know what's at stake here. Puck comes back up high. Didier takes the shot, but it got deflected and never got off. And streaking back the other way, here comes Schwartz. Schwartz has Bates right in the middle and over on the far side. And that was Strong that took that shot. And the face-off is going to remain in the zone. I don't know what the delay was. And they're having some discussion. Now it comes out of the zone. So Colby Bates laughing there. He's sitting out there with number 23 Westcott. Doovie Westcott, the two defensive partners. Meanwhile, back to the live action and trying to jam it up the boards was Pierce Matty. Comes up Rowell. He slides one through, and it's picked right back up by Aubie. Aubie sends it back up to the point and stepping in from his deep position. Here comes Didier. Didier looking for it, and he gets a little help from Pierce Matty. Pierce Matty was down low, but taking the puck away is Doovie Westcott. Doovie slides it back over to Austin Schwartz. Schwartz working the wall, tries to send it back in, but a nice play by Rowell, and the puck is chopped at and taken back down. Colby Bukes gloves it there, tries to move it forward. He gets tied up with Aubie, and the puck is over on the sideboards where it's met by Schwartz. Back up high, looking for it is Bates. Bates looking for a lane, and the puck is taken away and back over to the far right-hand sideboards. And nice play by the Boston Bruins prospect, and in comes, and a backhander as Didier was looking for a goal there from his deep position. And Alex Bates slides it back over as he picks up Poulsen in stride. Poulsen with some speed takes it to the net, and Evan Cowley was up for it. Ryan Nolet opposite of him, the headman pass, and it streaks through, picked up by Gambrell. Gambrell glances over his shoulder as he's got Will Graber on the backside. Meanwhile, hands it off there, dancing in front. Here comes Terry. Terry puts it right in front. Gambrell picks up the loose puck on the far side. And Angeli calling for it up high, battle for it down low. Terry provides some support. The puck comes back up, and a quick pass there. Gambrell looks, takes the shot, deflects off of a boot, and puck right inside the slot area. And looking for it was number 25, Alex Bates, was down low. He couldn't put it away. Meanwhile, puck comes back, and a nice little move by Michael Hankey. And Hankey will settle things as he curls back up. Looking back, and stepping in with some speed is number 9, Sam Morton. Sam Morton gets tangled up and loses it in his skates. Tries to kick it forward, and Gabe, we've got end-to-end action. I can barely catch a breath. You've been standing there for 5 minutes.
I know, I've been waiting it. It's a back and forth, and then that little scrum mayhem in front of the net there, in front of Ouellette. It was just, yeah, I'm like, okay, just stop for a second and let me pop in here, help you out.
You're there. I'll tell you what, man. I just about lost my breath.
No, you were in the flow. You know, you were moving with the play. It was great.
I was weaving back and
Oh,
forth.
yes.
I said that's why I got to stand. We're back to the live action. Picked up by Sullivan, cross ice feed. Picked back up by Adams. Adams has some trouble where we've got Will Graber and Gabe. Will Graber hasn't been with us yet in this tournament. He was initially listed, and now he's here, and we've got Matt Tabram back on as well. So Graber is number 28 back there, the defenseman, going off now, and Tabram is number 3 for the Obby group. So it's good to see Tabram back.
Yeah, good to see Tabram back, and it looks like Obby group is going to be down here. Lucas Savages with the penalty.
So 0-0 here. We're at the 7:10 mark. And Lucas Savage,
I believe it was
takes a penalty.
interference.
What was it?
I believe it was interference. Yeah, Tyler Polson was streaking down the side, and then Lucas Savage just pushed him right in the boards and kind of gave him a little extra more.
Well, he's working it. Spicer works the wall. Spicer looking, head up, right on the doorstep. Shot jammed in, and there's the Brian Hawkinson gets the goal. Hawkinson was right on the doorstep, and Hawkinson puts it past Evan Crowley. Spicer gets the assist.
Nice job by Spicer and the whole core winning the faceoff, and then he's walking down that side. And Hawkinson just standing in front. The defenseman there for the Obby group has got to pick up sticks, but Hawkinson was strong on his stick, able to squeak it through.
And Hawkinson's folks are residing in Hawaii these days. And Chris and Linda, and we'll see, they were on the beach last game watching.
I know.
So hopefully they were watching this and they saw Brian score.
Hey, at least we know that the broadcast is making it over the seas.
Little toe drag there. Gambrell gets double teamed, and the puck taken off his stick, and a quick cross ice feed. Here comes Butcher entering the zone. Butcher's got a man in front, and it's Terry. Terry picks it back up, looking for Gambrell, and it misses everyone. Back to Tabram. Tabram streaks back, and Cowley leaves it there. Watching him closely is number 12, Cam Strong, another Dartmouth player. Puck comes back over to the near side as it's stepped up and taken in by Gambrell. He shakes off. He's got 3 around him, and he loses an edge. Takes a funny bounce into the boards.
Yeah, that's one of those plays, and Dewey Westcott, apologizes for that. It's one of those inadvertent sticks, right, where the feet of the forward is moving so fast, and the defenseman's trying to poke check, and it just happened that Gambrell stepped on Dewey Westcott's stick, and unfortunately he's going to be in the box.
The 5:15 mark, the penalty's called. Colby Buke sweeps it around, and Lucas Savage trying to hold the line is there, and coming away with the puck quickly is Strong. He overskates it though, and coming back, here comes Tag bringing it in. Gambrell has got Terry. Gambrell tries to jam it in, loose puck there, and Terry, a backhander, puck comes out, and the net is well off the moorings.
Yeah, nice play, taking it to the net, Gambrell, and he was looking around, and he's like, may as well, I'll do it myself. And good job of Ouellette by getting that top shoulder up there. And I thought the whistle was going to go a little quicker because the net was off quite a bit. Terry got a second chance there.
Throughout this tournament, the referees have been letting him play a little bit and trying to put it right back on. Didier with the puck, and he gets bodied up down low as he, with Alex Bates, he's able to get it back up to Butcher. Butcher walks it to the middle, slides it back over to Terry. Terry holding there, being watched by Hawkinson. Meanwhile, back over to Butcher. Butcher, and a quick tip play there as Lucas Savage was in the slot area and working his way. There's the goal scorer, Hawkinson, trying to take some time off the clock, and the puck and a jam up with 3 of the Concrete players down low. Terry thinks about it, swings it over, and it comes up and out of play as a quick stick by Morton puts it there.
Yeah, great stick by Morton, and a good job too by Denver Concrete on the PK, allowing Tag to make the passes around the perimeter, and they really didn't have much of a chance to get some chances on net. There was the one where Lucas Savage just directed it wide, but still, great job by Concrete. And then you're looking at Tag, they got to get some pucks to the net.
Spicer chops at it, can't move it out, and the puck is controlled. Tabram's there with 19 seconds remaining in the power play. Rowell squares up, sends it back over to Terry. Terry steps in and across dot to dot. Here's the shot, scores! Rowell gets his second of the tournament.
Nice shot there, and that's exactly what I was looking for, was the puck movement, side to side, get the goaltender moving, and then fire a nice shot as the goaltender was going side to side. So great job by Tag. 1, winning the faceoff, gaining possession. 2, getting the puck moving, and then 3, getting that shot on net.
Rowell had some speed on that shot, and he's able to get it past Ryan Ouellette. So we've got a 1-1 game, and we've got 2 power play goals. Searching back for the puck is Angeli. Angeli sends it right back, and sidestepping one and taking the long pass there, picked up. Here comes Abbe, and from Abbe to Abbe, and the drive was wide. And Trevor sends it back over, and it's read nicely. Here we go. Here comes Tyler Poulsen. Poulsen 1-on-1 versus Crowley, and Crowley comes up big, keeping it a one-game tie. 1-1 tie. Trevor Abbe loses it there, and it's picked back up, and Graber will settle things. Graber works through center. Now he's got a retreat, and he slides it back over to Selaney. Selaney with some speed down the wall, but he loses it there and has to recover it as Adams bodies him up, and the puck is taken away on the far side by Butcher. Butcher with one hand on the stick, slides it back up high. Butcher drives to the net. Meanwhile, the shot is taken from the far right-hand side and comes right back out. That was number 23, John Sullivan, that took that shot. Meanwhile, puck is picked back up by Tag on the near side and worked up to center ice. And skating it through and looking for a lane was Matt Adams. He does so. Ouellette plays the puck down deep, but he gives it away and quickly. And the shot, a bouncing save, and the loose puck right in front, diving and sprawling for it. Ouellette keeps it out.
Wow, what a good job by Ouellette there. It looked like from our angle it was going to pop in, but he was able to get the glove by, and Tag's really putting on the pressure now after they got that power play goal, and they're getting some production now coming from all their lines, not just one line or the NHL line, but they're getting production from all their guys. And I know, talking with Coach Abbe before, that's what they're looking for.
Well, they've split up that line a little bit. So here you've got Lucas Savage with trailing Terry. Lucas Savage brings it in, but he can't get the shot off. And trading places there with Adam. Savage takes the shot, and Ryan Ouellette gloves it out.
Yeah, good job. You know, Lucas Savage was looking for someone in front there, and that's the thing with good goaltenders like you have here in Cali and with Ouellette. They're big guys. They can see the puck, so someone's got to get in front of them, and shots like that, they're going to easily snag.
Gambrel off the face-off, and it's jammed up around the boards. Didier has it stripped off his stick as Hankey was looking for it, but it's picked up and cleaned up by Terry. Terry quickly to Gambrel. Gambrel accelerates with a man on his backside. He trips there and gets upended. Meanwhile, over on the far side, Michael Hankey is taken out of the play and gives a little chop there to Lucas Savage. Lucas Savage back behind, and Hankey gives him the business. Meanwhile, Lucas Savage will continue to hold on to it. And who's going to touch it up as the buzzer sounds, and he takes some precious time off the clock. And
that was an interesting.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was an interesting sequence we just had there, where Hankey was kind of giving the stick business to Lucas Savage, and then Terry, I'm not sure what he was doing there. But
yeah, that was a pretty nice wrister.
It was.
He put it right in front of the concrete bench if you missed it here.
Yeah.
So.
I think these guys, well, one, they do have a history, and I believe they played in the semis last year.
Yes.
Of the DAWG Bowl also, where Concrete was victorious. And then now you're facing the same team that you faced at the start of this tournament for the 2020, and now you're seeing them again for the second year in a row in the semifinals. So to say there's tension is an understatement.
And as I was talking with Marty, it's the exact opposite. In last year, Tag won the game, and this year it was won by, and we've got our statistician here with us, Mr. Gerke.
Mr. Gerke.
And last year was the exact opposite.
Right.
Tag won the first game, and they lost the semi.
Correct.
So you're absolutely right. They're not going to underestimate this. And here we go. The second period begins with a penalty up on the board. And it's number 2 in there, so it's Hankey in the box. And let's see if the captain's penalty proves to be costly. Setting up back And out comes number 3, that is Tabram, and Tabram works it back over to Didier, and Didier's drive. Here's the rebound, and the shot by Gambrell. Didier puts it away. He picks up the garbage, and he is able to poke it in. Didier scores and makes it 2-1.
Good job by Tag getting the puck moving up, and it was Tabram that led the charge. And he sailed a nice pass to Didier up on the far blue, and then they just walk in, get a nice shot. But the key was staying with the rebound, that second chance, and then Didier stays in front, pops in that rebound, and make it 2-1.
Sure did, and that was so that the penalty does prove costly. So the captain takes a penalty.
I'm sure he has either some apologies on the bench, or he'll say, I'll get it back, boys.
And so that's all we have is power play goals. We have 3 of them right now, and here's sidestepping one is Schwartz. Schwartz takes the zone. Butcher mirrors him and forces him up high. Slavin, we haven't said his name much tonight. Meanwhile, he takes a shot, and it's angled back into the corner. He tries to hold the line, and it sneaks past Spicer all the way down.
Yeah, Slavin should have some energy. I saw him putting down one of those grilled cheese sandwiches that we had out in the parking lot.
Would that be the bacon grilled cheese?
It was. I don't know if he had the bacon in it, but whatever it was, it looked delicious.
I can attest to that. So, but I'm not out on the ice, but nonetheless, I can't get filled up. Here's the fake shot and the quick play there by Spicer. Made it look good. Meanwhile, the puck comes through, hits Obby in the boot, and Trevor Obby, number 19 out there, gives chase. It's Will Graber down there, and he's along with Spicer. The puck comes back up. Butcher peels it off the wall, takes the shot, and it's a wrister from up high, and that was right on target. Peeling out with some speed is Selaney. He always has it. Slavin walks in. Slavin looks for an option. Holds up there, works his way past Westcott, and Slavin's got it. Spinorama. Slavin puts it right in front, but it got deflected and didn't get through. Puck the length of the ice. We've got icing coming back with 12:30 and counting in this second period.
Yeah, that was a good job by Slavin, where he's coming down the wide side. He actually slows up his speed, and then he gets his feet back going. When it gets the defenseman kind of anticipating where you're going to have that speed, and then you slow it down. So he did a good job with that stutter step. I'd like to see him actually go to the net more. But it was a good job by Slavin, and Denver Concrete making a push.
Selaney wins the faceoff and has the tip right in front off the shot from Will Graber. Selaney picks it back up. He's hassled from the high side and stripped away by Terry. Here comes Terry. Terry with speed works his way through past Graber, spins around. He's got a man in the middle looking for it, and he takes the shot, and it goes up and out into the play.
Nice play by Terry, and that's the thing that heads-up hockey players do. When they're coming in the zone and they see that they're outnumbered or it's an even match, instead of taking a shot that may turn out like that, so that is going to be corrected. But his turn up, turn around, looking for extra guys, I know he's going to look back at this one and say, I had some more time.
Off the face-off, Lucas Savage ties his man up, and it's swept back over to the left-hand side. It never got through, and here's the spring pass, and it just catches him up. And the no penalty is called as Polson went tumbling as he got caught up. Lucas Savage, 2-on-1, Ralph far side, and he takes the shot, and it just rides the rails around the net. Puck ricochets far side, picked back up by Bates. Bates with some speed, he puts it in front as he was looking for Spicer flying in from the far side. Excuse me, that was number 11. Back up to Rowell. Rowell watches his man and working it off the wall, sending it back up. Bates keeps it in and almost tipped there as Cam Strong was on the doorstep.
Nice job by Concrete there, and it was one of those unfortunate plays where Polson gets tripped up, looking for the call, no call, and so Cali just headmans the puck. Got Concrete sleeping. Lucas Savage hit the bar, so Ouellette's going to give the bar a kiss there. But Concrete really now, they're putting on this heat.
Sam Morton off the faceoff, wins it back. Bates pokes in, but it gets kicked out of the zone by Pierce Matty. And we'll bring it right back to the same spot and do it again.
So Marty comes up to me, and he goes, Gabe, you gotta do this. Gotta do the game for me, my boys. I'm like, Marty, what's the matter? I said, Manny's been talking all day and all weekend, and his voice sounds great.
But Marty has been doing all the locker room, the 3-minute locker room presentation. So
Yeah.
it's tough. You got to build up to it, Gabe.
You do got to build
You
up,
know?
but he's been cheering for everyone too, and then making the announcements. So his voice, we apologize for.
Well, Gabe, he was beginning to lose it there, but you're right. He's been doing an awful lot of interviews.
Yes.
And you know what? He is so busy and just a tremendous energy for him. So anyway, good to give Marty a little bit of a break.
Yes.
Here comes Gambrell. Gambrell sauces one past Lucas Savage and overleads him there. We're coming back to your viewing angle right in front of us.
So speaking of interviews, I was so my bag doesn't get used very often. It's charity tournaments. Sometimes I'll play in adult league, but I found something in my bag, and it was the microphone that kind of got me started.
Wow.
So I'm just leading it up right now.
Okay.
It's a little teaser.
Okay, the
So
microphone that got you started.
The microphone that got me started.
That's awesome. Not many people keep microphones in their hockey bags.
Well, when you see it, you'll understand it.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. Here comes Graber. Graber, the Langley defenseman, sends one through. It goes all the way back to Taberum, and Taberum bounces one off the boards nicely. Where Gambrell fishes one through back behind. Gambrell waits for their turn feed. It comes, but it's stripped off his stick. Lucas Savage in the slot area. The puck flies back over. Aubie presses, but it comes back out to center ice. And here comes Slavin. Slavin gathers himself, and he picks up a little speed, picks up the loose puck, finds the trailer, and it's a shoulder save by Cowley.
Nice job by Cowley, and that was a sneaky shot by Hawkinson, really, because Slavin was actually doing really well, and then he looked like he was going to shoot, so Cowley was committed to that, but then he elects to give it up to Hawkinson, so Cowley did a great job coming out, decreasing that angle.
I think Josiah's got a little bit of his older brother in him there.
A little bit
Slavin.
of Jacob, yes.
Jacob played with my son in the Thunderbirds, and that's where we started doing games years ago. So
perfect.
At that time, I remember describing Jacob in the state playoffs that year when they were 15 as a man among boys.
Oh, yes.
And you can imagine it. And here is Josiah. Meanwhile, Spicer drives it in, and Spicer takes it aggressively to the net. What a save by Cowley as he's down, and he snags it out of the air, and there's going to be a slashing call. It's coming.
Yeah, good job by Cowley, but Spicer getting a little feisty. You can see him going down the wall here, and electing dropping the shoulder, going right to the net. And Cowley was actually wondering why there wasn't goaltender interference on that one. But good job by Spicer. You don't see that play too often, let alone in adult league, but in the higher levels too. So good job, good gritty play. I like it.
Let's see if we can go 4 for 4 on power plays with the goals. Right now, we have 3 goals on the first 3 power plays. Let's see if Denver Concrete can convert on their second. Coming back behind the cage with one hand on the stick, confidently bringing it back in and fishing it back over to the far side is Doobie Westcott. Doobie with 200 NHL games, and it's back below the line. And it's held there by number 22, Selaney. Selaney always has some speed. It comes back up high and back over to Tyler Polson. Polson, Bukes takes a shot, and it was almost put everybody to sleep as it came in on the near side, and Angeli pushes his man off, but Bukes picks up the puck, and it bounces off. Bukes hustles back and picks up the pass off the boards. Westcott will reset with 1:10 remaining in the power play. Bukes sized up by Butcher, and Butcher takes it away, and Butcher bounces it off into the near side right-hand boards, and he's able to clear it with 55 seconds as Olette holds it there.
Good job by the Aubie group right now playing on the PK, and they're making Concrete make plays that they're not accustomed to making. They're forcing the plays, and that's why they're being successful right now in this penalty kill.
Lucas Savage on the forecheck got his stick in there, and here's Troy Terry on the PK as well with some speed. Poulsen, reminiscent of his goal earlier in the tournament, and he passes it back down low where it's held there by number 22, Selaney. Back up high. Spicer takes the shot, misses wide. And over on the far side, Bates punches it down, gets the return feed. He's got Spicer on the near side. He walks the wall dangerously, and he hangs on to the puck as he avoids Troy Terry, but then he gives it away on a back pass. Here comes Terry, 2-on-3 with the trailer. Didier steps in on his backhand, picks it back up, weaves it through. The backhanded shot can't get through. Lucas Savage scores! What a shot! 3-1.
What a shot! What a shot! What a play by Didier. He's gonna watch this and go, "Did I really just do that?" Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. What a play by Didier to get it up to Lucas Savage, and then yes, what a rocket! It was top cheddar blocker side. Great shot, but once again, Didier, I think he might have blocked out there. Man,
he's going to wake up. He'll wake up and he'll be like, wow, I could have sworn. Spicer right back. Spicer takes the shot and a big rebound. Spicer trying to cut the lead back down to 1, and Gambrell pokes it, but Will Graber with the big long stick is able to pick it back up. Spicer, the main player, Maine University. Meanwhile, puck comes back over into center ice and edged off by Aubie. And the puck comes back. Gambrell looking for more. Forced wide by Spicer. Gambrell looking, cycling back up high. In walks Butcher. Butcher takes the shot and gloved out of the air by Outlet.
Nice glove by Ouellette there, and there was some traffic. One of the Aubies was in there, and good job. He had to fight for that. He had to, and when I say fight, is he's getting down in the butterfly and his head is going left and right, trying to look through that traffic. So he did a good job picking that up, and Butcher placing that puck in a spot where an NHL shot should be. So good job, Ouellette.
And chopped at and kept inside the zone by Aubie. Now the puck is poked free as Colby Bukes is able to get it back up to Snedden. Snedden punches it in, and it's secured back by Cowley, back behind the cage. Tadram moves it back up the wall, and Josiah Slavin with the big long stick sends it back to Graber. Graber and Slavin reverse. Slavin looks one way, and from that line he looks like his brother. In walks Josiah Slavin, and Slavin has it taken off, and Butcher sends it right back over. It picked up on stride by Pierce Matty. Matty puts a shoulder in, and he gets taken down into the far side corner. Graber's got to go back and pick up his stick. Meanwhile, Snedden with his ASU colors sends it back up to Slavin. Slavin, backhand pass, fed up to Graber. Graber being watched. Graber sends it back, and what a beauty! Puts a backhander up and over, and Evan Cowley still looking for the puck.
Holy smokes, Cowley, us too. I'm in awe. Graber, right? Is this the kid that just came in for this game?
He just came in. He was outside, and they said, "Do you want to play? You look like you can play."
So parking bench defenseman walking down, and then throws it back in. It looks like it might have got tipped, but still, regardless, great job by Graber and finishing that play off.
Boy, he put it up high and over Cowley. Not many shots go that high. Anyway, back to the live action. Picked back up by Austin Schwartz, the Air Force. And he takes the shot, and it just whistles wide. Back down low, Brian Hawkinson working out of the corner. He's triple teamed. Needs some support. Hawkinson doing some heavy lifting. And now he gets some support. Back to Hawkinson. Hawkinson goes up high. Hawkinson was looking for the same corner. Couldn't come up with it. Meanwhile, Didier with the puck back behind the cage. Hawkinson smokes him out from one side. Didier delays. Pick back up. It's got Sam Morton, and Morton's shot goes high and wide. Misses the net. 1:05 remaining in this second period. We've got a one-goal game. Ouellette leaves it there for Westcott. Skating by is Trevor Aubie. Here comes Westcott. Westcott finds a man over on the far side. Sam Morton. Sam Morton creates some space, leaves it there for Hawkinson, but Didier challenges him and takes the puck away. Didier back over to Adams. Adams works it up the wall, up looking for Terry, and the puck. And Aubie's over there. Aubie bodies up his man, but the puck is dragged back into tag zone. Hesitating, looking for an outlet shot. Goal! What a shot from absolutely no angle. And Evan Cowley, for the second time, is looking back saying, how did that go in? What an incredible shot, and none other than Tyler Poulsen.
Tyler Poulsen again just finds the net, and he'll be like, what is going on? But he has hot hands. Watch this puck just sneak through Callie's arm. He's hugging the post, but right there, I think it goes right over his left shoulder, sneaks down his back, and that's 1 in a million shot right there. That Poulsen actually, I think he's gonna go talk to Callie and possibly. But yeah, what a shot! And Callie, 2 in a row.
Yeah. Just amazing. Poulsen saying, I think we're in his head. I think we're in his head. So after 2, we're tied up, 3 apiece. What a game. Isn't this what we expected between these two?
100%. This is exactly what we expected, and just the history of these two teams, the way that these two teams have been playing since the start of the tournament, we knew, and when I say we as the top dogs, we knew that it was going to be one of these two teams that we were going to be facing in the championship. And this was before we even got into the games,
yes.
Right?
Well, and First Bank was no slouch either.
Well,
First Bank was there too, with Mikey Isamont.
Yes,
and that crew.
Yeah, but you know, when we were watching, and we were watching especially Kevin Connors, right?
Yes.
And we were watching Kevin Connors, and we were like, you know what? There's no way Amtech's going to make it. They got Connors on it. Kev, I got to give him another shot. I saw him in the dressing room, and he goes, my phone was blowing up. You guys were eating me alive. I said, no, we're taking care of you. So good job, Kevin.
All right, we miss Kevin Connors because we don't always have enough to talk about. Meanwhile, puck is brought in, and quickly, right on the doorstep, picking it back up is Butcher. Butcher thinks about it. He reverses, and he sends one right up the gut, and it's almost too hot to handle for even Gambrell. Puck is back. Lucas Savage with the puck, and that white helmet, distinctive, up over the circle, and he wires one, and that one just misses. And scooping up the puck and bringing it back out is number 22, is Selaney. Meanwhile, Spicer sidesteps one. Spicer brings it in, drop pass there, and trying to work his way in, and he can't do so. That was Cam Strong coming back the other way. Gambrell leaves it for Butcher. Butcher back to Gambrell, back to Butcher. Butcher gets taken down, and a jump ball there, and not many people are gonna beat that. And here comes Selaney on the backhand, and he gets it taken off of his stick, and he couldn't convert. Matt Selaney with some speed always, and that's absolutely been part of the thread of this Denver Concrete team, is their speed.
Their speed, and also how their defensemen too jump up in the play. And then you got the hard work of Poulsen in this line with Slavin. But what they're doing is they're just playing gritty hockey. They're playing gritty and fast hockey.
Will Graber sends it right over to Snedden. Snedden back over to Hawkinson. Hawkinson watched closely by Obby. Hawkinson pulls up and hits the brakes. Meanwhile, Pierce Matty with a backhander, picked back up, sent up high to Graber. Graber steps in, but he loses it off the end of his stick. And the puck is reversed by Derek Angeli. Angeli sends it back up high, and the bouncing puck. Graber's there, but he gets taken out. Graber outmuscles his man, Pierce Matty, and the puck down low, and who comes out with it but Slavin. Slavin doesn't get far as he's met by another Obby. There's a Obby all over this ice. Here comes Slavin. Slavin's got Snedden behind him. Slavin takes it wide, drives it hard to the net, and looks for that top shelf backhander, but Crowley makes a head save. Puck comes back over into the center ice as Didier tries to take it on. Meanwhile, back behind, picking it up is Angeli. Angeli cycling, and he sends a pass that's a bit too far for Obby, and chasing it down is Rowell. Rowell on the forecheck, and he smokes out Doobie Westcott on the far side, picked back up by a matching 23. Back up high, Didier's shot is deflected and knocked down by Austin Schwartz. Schwartz cycling back below the line. Rowley swings and gets a stick on it. Rowley with that big strength picks it back up. Puck is into the center, and there's the captain. The captain retrieves it. We haven't seen Mike since that penalty, I think.
No,
I think he got benched by the coach.
I think
Puck
so.
comes back up high, and a big shot, and another save, or another block by Schwartz. This one hard off the wall. Picked back up by Adams. Adams puts it back in deep, and it's picked back up by Michael Hankey. Hankey sends it back out to center. Coming all the way back is Adams. Adams chops at it. He's got a man right on him. That was Schwartz. Morton wasn't far behind, almost stripping the puck off was Lucas Savage. He tips it forward, picked up by Adams. Adams has it stripped off. Colby Bukes is there, but Lucas Savage comes away with it, but only momentarily. Spicer with the puck. Spicer loses it momentarily, can't get a hold of it, and it's knocked puck back out to center. Terry retrieves it. Butcher controls, back to Terry. Terry with some poise, and 8:26 remaining in this third period. We're tied at 3. Butcher sends one back into the corner. Gambrell's there. Gambrell and back to Gambrell, right in front. What a shot between the wickets, and he almost buries it, but Ouellette makes the save.
Wow. What a series of plays for the for TAG. But I am going to say, all of that started 3 shifts ago when Jeremy Rao was on the forecheck.
Yes.
And he forechecked and he made Concrete turn it over, and it was just a turnover over turnover, and then the Abbey group just got so much momentum, but it was all due to that forecheck.
Colby Bukes ties up his man. Strong's got the puck, but a backhander goes absent as Polson was coming in, couldn't reach it. Didier pulls the puck. Now he reverses nicely like a forward. Takes it back out to Gambrell. Gambrell looking cross-ice feed. Finds the man right on it. Rowell sends it back up, and the tip just missed by Tabram. Puck comes back up the right-hand side and is picked up by Selaney. Selaney staying on sides with Strong. Back to Strong. Strong hits the brakes. Turns around. He's got Spicer in front of him. He's tied up with a couple of players. One on the top side. That's Pierce Matty. Down below is Tabram, and Tabram sweeps it over to the near side. Didier shoulder to shoulder with Will Graber, and Graber's able to put a puck on net. Meanwhile, dragging the puck over is Selaney. Selaney maintains possession. He's got Spicer up high. Spicer, top of the circle, wires one goal! Concrete takes the lead, 4-3.
What a play and what a shot. Great job. Great job by Concrete, and the puck possession down low with Selaney and Graber, and then got it back up to Graber, and then back over to Cameron Spicer, and Spicer just unleashes a rocket from the point, and Cowley did not see that coming. Beats him high over the glove.
7:20 remaining in the contest. 1-goal game. The tension mounts. Graber sends it back over to Bates. Bates with some presence finds the man. It's Hawkinson. Hawkinson gets tied up with Abbey, and the puck comes free. Back to Slavin. Slavin quickly to Graber. Graber spins around, and Graber with some time takes it wide with the big long stick. He takes it into the corner where he's bodied up there by Adams. Puck squirts free, and out comes Terry. Terry looking for a backhander. He sends it back over to Rowell. Back to Terry. Terry's challenged by Bates, and Bates is there. Terry gets upended, and Slavin has the puck. Slavin with some time finds Graber. Graber is exhausted, and he lets Snedden take it. Snedden drags it over to the middle. He looks for Bates. Bates on the edge of the circle. His shot or pass is deflected and into the corner. Looks like Denver Concrete needs a line change here as they're gassed. Coming back the other way, stepping in is 23, John Sullivan. Sullivan delivers it back over to Abbey. Abbey sends it up high. The shot, Rowell just misses. Abbey again, sharp angle shot. Puck is right on, but Doobie Westcott comes away with it. Westcott hands it back over to Schwartz. Schwartz with some speed over skates, picks it back up, held in there by Didier. Didier does the business on him. Meanwhile, Rowell picks it up and muscles it over corner to corner, but Colby Buke steps in from his deep position, and the shot and the pass. Here comes Westcott. Westcott rethinks, brings it back up, sets it back. Colby Bukes from the point, back over to Bukes. Bukes steps into one, and Cowley gets enough on it, and it zips back behind the cage. Will Butcher sends it back over to Lucas Savage, and the action continues. Savage brings it in 1-on-3, has it poked away. The captain has it, moves it over to Colby Bukes. Bukes off his boot, sends it all the way down, gloved, attempted, and back down to Tag's end with 5:24 remaining.
Concrete's really putting on the pressure right now. They're feeling it, and they can feel the frustration from the Abbey group coming right now too.
Didier back behind the cage, and Butcher is over to the left-hand side, looks for Gambrell. Gambrell sized up by Bukes, doesn't have a lot of room, but finds Butcher, and Bukes peels it away. He looks up high as he finds Strong. Strong muscles his man off. Bukes picks it back up, and the shot is going to go up and out of play as it was deflected.
Great job on the wall by Bukes and Strong for Concrete, where Didier had that puck, and they were just muscling it, and they won the board battle. And it's those little things that Concrete actually does so well, is they win those little battles. And you can see they got a chance there where Strong did a great power move, trying to go to the net, and then had a chance there. But great job by Bukes and Strong on the wall.
Selaney off the faceoff. Poulsen chops at it, and Cowley blocks it down. 4:52 remaining in this contest, and a nice little shove there on the backside by Angeli. Meanwhile, Poulsen tries to drag it in. Angeli with the puck, sauces one, but it gets tipped nicely again. Those active sticks. Poulsen works it wide, gets tied up there, goes into the corner, and the no checking rule is waived here in the last 4:33 remaining in a semifinal matchup.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
yeah, I know. The official Seth Mackay was looking. He's like, I'm not doing it right now.
back to Gambrell. Gambrell looking to make something happen. Spins around at the dot. Now he goes low. He's tied up there, but he escapes. Gambrell sends it back looking for Terry. Terry shoulder to shoulder with Graber. Graber works his way past, and Nobby sends it back down low. Swept over to Spicer. Spicer sends a flyer over to the far side. Intended target was Slavin, and Spicer has the puck back on his stick. Right through the middle, is intercepted, and stepping in is Obby. Obby has it stripped off his stick and settled by Slavin, who will hoist it down and take more time off the clock as we have 3:48 remaining.
Yeah, Concrete, what they're changing now is they're being a little bit more passive, making the Obby group actually make the mistakes, kind of like what we saw right now with that icing.
And so with 3:38 remaining, we've got the stop clock in this third period. Obviously, that's helpful to whoever's behind, that being the tag group right now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Coach Obby's going to shorten the bench here with about 3.5 to go. I know he's got a couple of his top guys resting right now, but real interesting. I know that this is a big game for them.
And Slavin off the faceoff, but it's won by Terry, and Terry gives a little bit of a chop there, and back to Slavin. Meanwhile, bringing it in is Butcher. Butcher, a little toe drag move. Snedden from behind got a stick on it and moved out. Here comes Hawkinson. Hawkinson gets a stick on it, and the two former Thunderbird teammates team up to clear the puck out.
I like the way that Hawkinson plays. He did that in junior, and he's going to do that again with CC, but he's such a feisty player. Fun to watch.
Terry sized up by Bates. He takes the shot, and Slavin goes tumbling over and gives another one. Meanwhile, Terry picks it up. He's got Butcher. Butcher controls it. Butcher takes a wrister, and that one got deflected. It hit a body in front. I think it was friendly fire. Meanwhile, hustling back as Sam Morton challenges Butcher, and Morton holds it up into the corner with 2:47 and counting. Puck is pool queued up, and coming up high is Terry. Terry trying to grab it, but coming away with it is Schwartz. Schwartz drives it to the net. Morton continues, and Morton snakes it away. Morton with the puck, looking for Bukes up high. Bukes at the right point, holding it. Doesn't have much, so he sends it through, and it's knocked down by Butcher's glove. Butcher chases it into the corner, shakes off the check, sends it up the half boards. Pierce Matty can't control him. Peeling it off is Schwartz. Schwartz with the puck, shot deflected into the near side corner. Bukes has it, sends it back down low. Chasing it is Strong. Strong gets tied up with his man. That's Adams. Meanwhile, Bukes tries to come out, and here comes Terry. Terry down the left flank. He's got Spicer in front of him. Bukes behind him. Terry spins around, bottom of the circle, right in front, as Pierce Matty had an opportunity, but he couldn't convert. 1:55 remaining in the third. 1-goal game. Obby group needs one right now. Bukes has it. Bukes off the wall, sends it back over to Poulsen, and Poulsen sweeps it corner to corner. Far side, picked up by Lucas Savage. 1:41 remaining in the period and the game. Here comes Lucas Savage, dangerously skating in front of his own goal. He weaves. The net is empty. Lucas Savage takes it all the way in. Spicer on his backside sends it right up the gut. Here comes Terry. Shot is deflected. Hits the end glass. Back behind the cage. Angeli with it. Angeli sends it back up, but it's stolen nicely and cleared by Selaney.
Great job by Selaney there by being a good stick, and then he made a smart play. He just threw it into the neutral zone to kill some time.
1:08 remaining. Didier takes the corner. He's on his backhand, swept away by Will Graber. Didier picks it back up, feels it over into the near side corner, chasing it down. Lucas Savage meeting it there is Gambrell. Hawkinson bodied up there. Puck is hoisted back out, glove down. Angeli with 52 seconds remaining controls. Terry sidesteps Selaney, hands it back over. Here comes Obby. Obby takes the shot, gut save. Ouellette holds 42 seconds.
Nice. Hobby Group putting on a lot of pressure right now. They're putting on a lot of pressure, as we all know. There's 42 seconds to go in the semifinal, but Denver Concrete, they're doing a fantastic job. They're not sucking in, right? They're holding tag to the perimeter, and they're making them do plays, or forcing plays, the unwanted turnovers. And then the other thing too that the Concrete's doing really well is their board play, and then they're getting the puck out in the neutral zone. They're not going for that empty net. As enticing as it is, as an open cage and a goal, they're doing the team play, and they're getting the puck out in the neutral zone to waste more time, to then have tag, come back and regroup.
So Coach and Captain Trevor Albee, they've got a timeout here. And so they use it wisely with these 42 seconds remaining. So let's set the stage. You're the coach. Who do you put out there? What do you got? I mean, you've got your list here on tag, and let's see.
Well, I'm going to throw out Butcher, Gambrell, Terry, Lucas Savages, Didier, and then Sullivan. And then I'll throw. Actually, I put Didier out in front, put him in front of the net.
And I think that might be what we have here.
And then Tabram.
So Tabram's the extra skater. Tabram is out there on the D line. Lucas Savage. And you're absolutely right. Didier right up top, or right in the middle. And the shot by Butcher, as it was a pass. Didier chasing it down into the corner, and one-handing it out was Westcott. Didier back over to Lucas Savage. Lucas Savage back over to far side. Picked it back up to Terry. Terry from the point sends it to Butcher. Butcher back to Terry, being watched. Terry gets tied up there, and now Will Graber ties him up, and Will Graber taking time off. 17 seconds remaining. Graber battling, and Graber is not allowing them to get it. And Duvey Westcott uses that NHL experience to tie it up. Puck comes over to Gambrell. Gambrell up high, looking for the shot. Tabor back to Gambrell. Shot, loose puck in front. Shot, goal. It doesn't count. It's over. Denver Concrete wins 4-3.
What a game! What a game! What an ending! Holy smokes! Now we're standing up here, and some of our booth attendants are saying that the puck was actually in, but
and we're gonna get a replay here.
But we don't
have
the time clock. I think
we're going to Toronto on this one. And looking on the back side, here's the shot, and it's
watch
loose
the celebration
right there. And wow, real close.
That's close.
You know,
any way that you can zoom in and see the clock in the background, Mike.
If you can stop it right there, Mike, as it's going, we'll
right
look
there, and zoom
just before. Let's see. I bet Mike can do this.
I bet he can too. This would be interesting, but regardless,
yes,
what a great play, and what a great job by Concrete and Tag, and should this not get overturned, which I don't think it will,
we might have to pull him out of the locker room.
We might. you guys got to come back at 11 o'clock to play a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime. But regardless, what a game! What a game by both groups, and that. To be honest, that ending, great job by Concrete, taking the pressure and putting it out to the outside. And like you said with Duvey Westcott, taking the man down there, using his NHL experience and his hindsight, that those are just plays that guys like that make.
And look at the smiles on Concrete's faces, and there is the captain himself, and
Captain Hankey, and then now here's the cool thing: we get to play against Tyler Polson.
That's right.
We get to play against him, so that'll be fun.
There you go. Now, Gabe, you're on the top dogs here, and so let's look forward to that.
Yes.
And being on the top dogs, and how do you assess this? You, more than anyone, has been able to see this team, and they might look to you for some strategy. How do you underwrite this deal?
Yeah, well, Denver Concrete, I recognize them from the years past of Dog Bowls, but coach, I call him Coach, but Captain and Coach Hankey, they do a fantastic job of getting their players to come in, commit, and it's the type of players they bring in, right? They don't bring in the high-end guys that is like, oh my God, but they bring in guys that are gritty, right? And not saying that they're not playing at a high level, they are, but they're there for a reason. It's because they're a complete player, and they non-stop, they work until the end of the buzzer. And I wanted to point out there was a play towards the end, and it was during all that action, but Sam Morton was chasing the puck with Will Butcher, an NHL defenseman, a Hobey Baker winner, and Sam Morton continues to move his feet. He wins the puck race, puck goes in the corner, and he bobbled it, but he stayed on it. He stayed on it until he made a play. Those are the things that kids these days need to watch, right? Because it's the little things like that that players play that next level, that play NCAA, that play NHL, American Hockey League, and it's fun to watch these kids now as I'm older and taking a different approach in the game. But it's a great job to see how Hankey and that whole Denver Concrete crew has put together teams year after year.
And the speed is just amazing. Again, you look at it and you look at Spicer on the blue line being able to jump into the play. We mentioned Selaney constantly, you know, an ECHL player. And then we look at someone like Strong and Schwartz, the Air Force player. I mean, these are players that, like Schwartz, fits an Air Force player, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
He's just going to be a little undersized, but he's just going to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, and he's not going to give up.
Yeah, they're motorboats, right? And they never give up, and that was actually the kind of the style I played, right? As we all can see, I wasn't gifted with the height, right? But I was gifted with heart and the intensity and the mentality of never give up. And that was those were things that I love seeing in these players, these young kids, that they just never give up. And I know that we're playing in a charity game and a charity tournament where the bigger picture is looked at more than the actual play. But these games, we take them seriously. Like they are intense games, and we're going full stride where these kids are now competing with former NHL players and even current, and it just shows you what it takes, and it shows you how small of a pool it is of these players, and it's so much fun to be a part of.
You know, then you look at their blue line, and their blue line is solid. You know, Colby Bukes is an absolute, you know, he is solid, and so is Bates. And you look at them, and they don't have that big defenseman. They don't have that big, intimidating defenseman. What they have is they have a ton of skill on that blue line. And they jump into the play, as you said.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the fleet of foot, right? Bates has feet. Graber has feet. Duvey Westcott has feet. They all of them, Will Graber, and it's fun to see Spicer getting up in the play, right? And we talked about him in the second period where he was taking the puck to the net as a defenseman. But it's things like that it builds an all-around player, and it's fun to play against. It's fun to play against different styles of players, and with Concrete, they do have a gritty, fast, moving team, and it's going to be a great game tomorrow because on the other hand, we have the opposite. Our D-men like to stay at home.
Yeah, well, you've got Jan Hayda.
We got Jan Hayda and Ken Klee and Brett Clark and Aaron McKenzie and Barry Gores, and then Brandon Pugnier, who I believe is bringing up the rear of the age group. But it's a complete different grouping, and it's going to be a fun game tomorrow to be a part of in that championship.
It absolutely has. You have some youth too. I mean, you've had a chance to watch Aiden. You've had a chance to watch Aiden Thompson. Talk a little bit about what that looks like from ice level, because up here he looks fast.
Holy smokes!
How does he look on the ice?
You know what? That kid. There was an attraction already because he walked into our dressing room with a Berkshire Bears hockey bag. And some of you are going to be going, what, Berkshire Bears? Why does that mean anything? Well, Berkshire was the prep school that I went to also.
Okay.
So I attended Berkshire Prep in 98, 99, and this is back before they got this brand new dressing room or brand new arena. But that attracted me to him, and I started talking to him, and he's like, man, I watched you play and all this. This is awesome. I knew that you played at Berkshire, and that was such a cool feeling. And then I see this kid on the ice, and it's like, man, I would have loved to go back to play alongside him.
Right.
It would have been fun, and the kid has got it. He has the speed, he has the poise, he has the tenacity, and he also has the head for it too, where he conducts himself as a pro, right? And the more that you watch pro hockey and you watch college hockey and you see guys and you hear them, they talk about being a pro, right? And it's showing up looking like a pro, doing the things on and off the ice that he does so well to be a pro. And I know this is just it is a hockey tournament, but you can see it, that pros show up. Look at Hayduk, watch Hayda, all these guys that have been in the NHL have that look, that mentality, that walk. And Aiden Thompson, man, he has it. He's fun to play with, he's fun to watch, and he's going to be fun to watch as he gets older.
Absolutely. It's looking like just an absolute great final. And, you look at everything that occurred to make this final happen. Having Hayduk here, being able to have some of the NHL players that we saw today. But this team has no less than 10 NHL players going up against Denver Concrete, who you said, really has none of the All-Stars. So.
No, on paper, right? It should be top dogs over Concrete any day of the week. But the thing about hockey, never underestimate your opponent.
Never.
And it's anybody's game. And that's the thing I love about hockey, is because it's not not the best team, it's the best team that shows up to play, right? And that's the thing. So on paper, yes, you can look at it and say we have 1,200 games and 10 players, right?
Yep.
But then you look at Concrete and say Duvie Westcott was the only one.
Right.
Right? Top dog should win, but no. It's the things that I was just talking about. It's the things that we've been seeing Denver Concrete do each game, year after year, is what makes them a bunch of good hockey players and great hockey players. That's the thing about hockey. You got to show up to play. It's not expected.
We got to ask you one question. You had a player this morning, Chaput, who came in and as a guest player, and he was in there with you guys. He had made a $5,000 donation.
That's right. Yes. And Justin, right?
Justin.
Yes.
And I sit next to Justin. I said, Justin, how do you spell your last name? And I said, where'd you play? And he said, I play beer league. but he made a $5,000 donation, and Marty wanted to reward him.
Yeah.
And on his first shift, he flips a pass over to a famous number 23 who buries it. And he gets his first point of ever, and it's to Milan Hayduk.
It's to Milan. He gets his first point to Milan, and then Milan returns the favor.
Milan Hayduk takes it behind the cage, and Milan Hayduk puts it right on his stick. But what a shot by him. It was not a gimme. It was an absolute, he sends it top shelf, and he scores that goal.
Yeah, well, we were sitting there, and to be honest, we were all watching Milan as he's wheeling around, and then all of a sudden he just throws his pass to Chabut.
Yes.
Chafut.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he puts it top shelf.
Yeah.
He puts it top shelf, and we're just like, what the heck? And we're like, bravo. And we were yelling, get the puck. And I hope he got the puck. But what a moment for him, and thank you. And it was just unbelievable what this weekend has turned into. It's remarkable.
That is such a classic story, and he was beaming. We brought him up here for the post-game interview, and he just couldn't get that smile off his face, and why should he?
I bet. And to be honest, this is going to make his year. And it should, right? Because who else? You don't get to say that they played with a Milan Hayduk, right? That's probably going to be a Hall of Fame. That has his number retired with the Colorado Avalanche.
Maurice Richard winner.
Richard winner, Stanley Cup. It's just
Olympic gold medal.
It's unbelievable. Right, that this guy was able to do that, and hats off to him, and also to Marty, right, the dog father, for pulling some strings, and actually I believe he did some kind of vetting where he did ask what level did you play, to see if he could keep up, and he kept up.
He did
He
keep
kept
up.
up, and that was good to see because at first, I'll be honest, we were like, what's going on here? But then he gets on the ice, and we're like, okay, this guy can play. And then he gets the assist, and then he gets a goal, and then we're like, all right, who has the wool over our eyes, right?
Now he's player of the game.
I know.
So, that's terrific. Well, there he is,
Chalfant.
There he
Justin
is.
Chalfant, thank you again. Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. So it's been a terrific weekend thus far. We've got a big day tomorrow. We've got Championship Day. We've got the Silver Championship. We've got all of them coming up.
Yes.
And you got to get your rest here because you got to get back here. Actually, it's not until 2. You can sleep in a little bit.
I know, right? Well, actually, I think spend some time with the wife and daughter at the lake in the morning.
Okay.
Do a little paddle boarding, and then I'll shoot over here.
That sounds like a plan.
Before noon.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but no, it's been a blast. You do a great job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been fun working with you. I wish I had you next to me, but I know you're going to enjoy yourself more on the ice. So,
exactly.
so enjoy that.
But who knows? This could be a future endeavor we get into. Who knows?
You never know. I would love it if we could do it again. That would be terrific.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Mike Shaw Hockey Production. So he can get it done, and then the Dog Father too.
That's right.
So.
I think he will be able to. So
yes.
Thank you very much for joining us. That's going to put a wrap on tonight's coverage. Make sure that you join us tomorrow. We've got an early game. We're going to do the 8:20 game in the Silver Division, and this is a semifinal matchup. And actually, it's not a semifinal matchup, but we're going to do that game anyway. It's at 8:20. You don't have to show up for that one. That's some of the boys that my son went to high school with. So we're going to do that game, and that's going to be
very good.
That's going to be some fun.
Good.
So
I hope they enjoy it.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey,
it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy yourself, and we'll see you. We'll see you for pregame.
Sounds good. Thank you, dogs.
Thanks you much. Good night.